Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
No. He will stay as the de facto governor as he runs.
No, I know that. But
you mean if he wins?
Oh, so you're saying, yeah, if he wins in 2024, there's 2 years left on his term.
Yes, I think we go to a special election, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would you run for that?
We'll announce it here if I do.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge
Broadcast
show.
rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of your listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is strictly prohibited.
It's the Bubba Love Sponge show. I feel like listening to a Cool It Now song from New Edition. Oh. Only that first song that we opened up with, I just wanted to ride that out. Like,
it was hidden.
Pretty hidden. Did you like it, Hum Sauce? I was liking it.
Yeah. Only completely.
It was hidden.
It was hidden. I feel like I got hit with a hammer. Jesus. I just feel like I got ran up.
Yeah, your 246 probably got messed up because of yesterday.
No, not really too much. I ate at 1:30 at the ball game.
Okay.
Well, about 2. I ate about 2:15 in between innings. Me and the crick went up, and I ate a hot dog, and then she had a pretzel with cheese, and I ate half of that.
Nice.
Oh.
How about that, Sempic, huh?
Are you on it or is she on it?
I don't know, but anyway. That's all I ate. That was at 2:00, and then I didn't eat nothing else for the. So yesterday, this is exactly my.
And you did a food review.
But this is exactly what I had. I mean, probably not the most healthiest stuff in the world, but here's exactly what I ate yesterday. So maybe you can help me add the calories up. I had 1 egg, 1 piece of toast, and 1 piece of bacon for breakfast.
Balanced. I like it.
I had iced tea. Like with sweetener in it, like the 0 calories.
Yes, that's probably
that might give me cancer, but
right.
At the end of the day, right. So that's what I had for breakfast. Then at lunch, I had just like a salami, ham, and turkey sandwich with a piece of American cheese on keto bread. I would say that's probably maybe 500, maybe 400 calories.
Yeah, let's go 450.
Let's go 450. And then I had a hot dog and half of a cheese pretzel, like for my entire day. That's what I had. So I mean, that's probably it maybe a little over 2,000, but certainly not.
Nothing crazy.
It's definitely not over 2,000, but you're probably right about there.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the hot dog.
It was
still.
It was an all beef, pretty damn good hot dog.
It'd have to be. I mean, it'd have to be well over 1,000 calories.
Yeah,
to be over, and it's not.
Yeah. So that's it. And I did get some peanuts, and I got a bottle of water and some peanuts, and ate like probably a quarter bag of peanuts. Like ballpark peanuts.
Yeah.
Shelled peanuts. I'm dealing with probably maybe a couple hundred there, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I still think you're around 2,000.
Yeah, I'm good. So I went to the ball game yesterday. Lummy went to the ball game yesterday.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I'm lucky. It's not a wonder I'm not in jail right now.
Oh,
because I had cop rage yesterday.
Oh.
And there's nobody that is more user friendly or more that supports law enforcement.
Pro Leo?
Than me. I mean, like I absolutely am respectful to police officers. I have a foundation that's based on taking care of fallen police officers' widows. I go to all police officers' funerals. I just, I'm the guy that you pull over that has my window rolled down, my license, my registration all ready to go. And when you pull me over, I tell you, I know exactly why you pulled me over, because I wasn't paying attention and I was speeding, and I do have a handgun in my middle compartment. What would you like me to do? Like, I'm that guy. And I roll all my windows down,
yes.
all of them, all four. I have the dome light on if it's nighttime, and I try to pull well off the road. Just trying to think of officer safety. They also don't like when you keep the rear windows up, because somebody, could be back there. So you open up all windows so they can completely see through the entire car, and that's just how I roll. Well, Lummy, I'm going to the game yesterday. You and Blitz told me, hey, if you leave the studios at 12:30, you'll be fine. So I leave at 12:20.
Nice.
Look at you.
Yeah, I'm like, hell yeah. And I'm driving the smart car. Because Blitz, I'm like, it might come in handy having something super little.
Sure.
Just me and the Crick going. Don't need to be fancy. I don't got a fancy car anymore. The Crick totaled it.
And you were parking in VIP too, so I mean.
Yeah, but VIP is still pretty distant. Well,
It wasn't 100 feet like Dr. Dan said.
VIP was probably here to Cyprus.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Have you ever thought about putting the exhaust from the Mercedes onto the smart car?
No. No. So anyway, Lummy, you tell me to go to.
Actually, Butts and I both did.
No, I didn't.
You told me to go to Tampa Bay Boulevard, make a left, go around the roundy round,
yes,
then make a right on MLK and come in that way.
Yeah.
So it's all working out pretty good until we make a right on MLK, and they're not letting people that from MLK that come from that direction. They're not letting you pull into the parking lots. They're letting everybody that is making a left on Dale Mabry, they're like completely expediting all of those people. And so, like,
I thought that was the way you said they closed at 12.
No. They closed George Steinbrenner Boulevard, which is in between Tampa Bay Boulevard and Martin Luther King. It's a little left that you can make into the ballpark usually when there's not a game.
Correct.
But at 12 noon, they close that. So you told me that, don't go fight all that nonsense and actually stay in that turning lane on MLK from Dale Mabry. It'd be better to go and sneak in the back way.
Yeah, because I said, if anything, go around the Tampa Stadium or Raymond James. Go around that way, if anything.
So anyway, I pull in and I kind of get by that DMV deal. Now, I'm about maybe 6 spots from being able to pull into the parking lot that I need. I'm literally probably from here to where Hootie and Baby Shanty is. Oh. So I can there's probably 6 or 7 cars in front of me, and we're all just sitting there, and they have this express lane for everybody that's making a left from Dale Mabry. And so I'm like, are you kidding? So I honk, and then everybody in my lane, everybody in my predicament starts honking. So finally, they let us in. Now, let me. It's exactly 1:00 now. I've been fighting this. I've been fighting this for 40 minutes. It's 1:00. The game starts at 1:05. I wanted to be there for opening pitch, just all the ceremonial. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wanted to be there. I wanted to take the whole experience in.
Yeah.
Maybe see the last 5 minutes of them warming up. Then take my hat off, do the national anthem. All that craziness.
Now, Lummy, what time did you get there?
Probably 1:30.
No, probably about 1:40 because we had to park by Himes.
What?
Yeah, the complete Bucks thing was full where you can park, so we had to park by Himes
So,
and walk across that ramp.
yeah, but that was after you had to schlep it through Ray J Stadium.
Yep.
I mean, Ray J's parking lot.
Yeah.
So you over there parked by like Channel 28?
A little farther north. It was pretty much like MLK and Himes, which is still a little bit of a hike.
Where those medical clinics kind of are?
Yes.
Yeah, right there. That's a lot. That is a hell of a hike. Did the wreck go with you?
No, Ashley and Walker did.
Oh, okay. So did they meet you here and you drive over there together?
Yeah.
All right. So I really probably shouldn't be bitching at all now, knowing where you parked, poor little guy.
the jobber spot.
God, you should have let me know, and you guys, I would have broke out my truck, and we could have all gone as a little family.
Well, I didn't think it would be that bad. I've never seen it that busy.
Oh my God. So I get in there now. It seems like every place now, whether you're going to Emily Arena or the Bucks game or Georgetown Brenner Field, they do not want you to have a paper ticket.
Right.
They do not. I don't know why.
Even airlines.
Yeah, I don't know why, but they don't want you to have. They want it to be on your phone, which to me is far less efficient. It might be more efficient with regards to, not having to clean the paper up and recycling and earth and all that kind of deal.
Yeah, and I think they assume pretty much everyone has a smartphone now.
All right, well, I got a smartphone, but let me tell you something. If I had a big ass parking spot, a big ass parking thing printed on my front dashboard, and the cop could visually see where I'm supposed to go, it'd make it more efficient than stopping me having to look at my phone, scan my phone, right?
Yep.
So finally, this stupid ass cop, this Tampa PD cop, which I'm not being disrespectful of Tampa PD. I love Tampa PD. I got a bunch of friends over there.
Mm-hmm.
But this one little short Tampa who looked like he was on his last, like he was in the drop program, had about 2 years left. He goes, and it's my turn to turn in. Well, there's two parking lots to turn in there.
Yeah.
There's the first parking lot to turn in, and then there's the next parking lot to turn in. Well, I'm thinking maybe because I'm super VIP because I got the Diaco tickets, I'm thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't pull in this first one because there's one closer. That seems like it's a little more VIP, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one would think. So it's not clearly marked as to where you're supposed to, I'm part of the home plate club. Well, it didn't say home plate club parking. It was like general parking and like some other deal. And so I go to the very first one, and he goes, you're holding it up, pull in. And I go, I don't know where I'm supposed to pull in. Is it this lot or the next? He goes, well, that's not my problem. It's your problem. What's your ticket? I said, I don't have a ticket. It's on my phone, which is going to require you to look at my phone. And so he comes up and he goes, you're in this lot. And at that point, I'd been waiting for 30 minutes just to move 6 spots. Blitz, I will tell you that the smart car does not overheat.
That's good
because it would have overheated yesterday. You
were overheating.
Yeah, I was overheating. The smart car's fixed, but I'm not. and so I go. He goes. I go. You don't. And I started cussing at him. I lost it.
Whoa.
I lost it.
Yeah, you're like, swallow it.
Swallow it.
I lost it. I go. Listen, you rude mother. I said, you don't have to be, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going. Obviously, it's on my stupid ass phone. He goes, the only one that's stupid isn't your phone, it's you. He starts engaging me. And I go, what? What did you say? He said, if you want to park or get towed, I'd be moving along. And I go, suck my blank, you CSer, motherfucker. And he goes, what did you say? And I gassed it up real fast and left.
Oh, God.
Like my car wasn't the most identifiable car in the entire parking lot. It was a smart car wrapped in camo with Crockett's Towing and Bubba Army logos. You could have found you could have sent 3 guys out in 5 minutes, found my car.
Yeah.
So I completely raged on the dude. So, I did notice this though, man. Is this the first ball game you've been to this year?
For sure, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you think that Major League Baseball? Well, I guess Rhett didn't go. Don't you think Major League Baseball really, really, really did a good job in this new clock?
Yes.
In it speeds the game up. it makes it just really, 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 I think they nailed it.
Oh, when I was sitting there and I was watching the game for a little bit, I was like, the clock is actually, I like it. It keeps it going. There's only a certain amount of time between the innings.
And here's the deal. I got it all, I wrote it all down. So it's if a batter and a pitcher are battling it out, it's 15 seconds the minute or the second the catcher throws the ball to the pitcher. 15. Now,
is there? Hold on. Can the catcher hold on to the ball for a while?
Yeah, but if you started doing that, the umps are running it. Man,
Okay,
the umps are running it.
Okay, I was just wondering.
So then, Lummy, he's got 15 seconds. Boom. If there happens to be a hit or a strikeout or something like that, it's 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds between the batters.
30 seconds between the batters. Then, if in between innings, it's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And then at 50 seconds left between the innings, the umpire comes out and tells the catcher 1 to go. Throw it down to second.
Yep.
He throws it down, and then he gets the guy in the box with about 30 seconds left. I mean, they nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. Now, I did see, during the game, you did see a couple of throwbacks over to first. Is there a number on that too?
Yeah, 20 seconds if there's a person on base.
No, I know that. But is that including throwback? I thought you said they'd actually put a number on as many times as you can throw over to first.
There is. I think you're only allowed 2 throwovers.
So that in itself is like almost a thing. Meaning, like if you had a really fast guy, right? You'd want him to get 2 huge leads so that guy threw over 2 times, or he's going. He's either going to get a big ass lead and the guy's going to save his 2. Well, if he saves his 2. The guy's gone. You get a B.J. Upton or a Carl Crawford. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what happens after 2? Like, you can't throw it back to
I don't think you can. Let me.
Okay.
You're gonna.
I'm trying to look up that rule because there was a different rule that they did in the minors. So I'm trying to see if they implemented it to the majors.
Because wouldn't that be a strategy, Lummy? If you had a real fast guy, right?
Yeah.
That you would just say, listen, as soon as you get on base, I want you to get as big a lead as you can. If he doesn't throw, you're going. And if he does throw, then we're going to eat up his throw count so that when he can't throw over anymore,
then you can get a real head start.
Then you can really get a head start.
Yeah. For
real. I mean, Blitz, like for real, if he can't throw over there, you can almost walk halfway to the base.
Sure. Might as well.
That can't be that way.
Because for them to have to turn
No,
around
it
to
looks
throw,
like yeah,
to
they
throw
didn't.
a second.
They didn't bring it up from the minors, so they can throw over as many times as they want.
As long as it's within. Now, does that reset the clock?
It would have to.
Yeah, it resets the clock. But, I mean, that really doesn't help the pitcher get set or anything like that. So
man, did you see, though, that 15 seconds, man, it doesn't give the pitcher much time.
15 seconds is nothing.
At all.
No.
Most of them were throwing it with like 2 and 3 left. Like I bet you a lot of guys have had to change their whole routine on being a pitcher.
Well, they kind of, because I think they've been working on it for about 2-3 years now in the minors.
Well, they got it nailed.
So I think a lot of the guys have seen that it's going to come.
Oh, that makes sense, too.
Because
the guys that are coming up are used to it.
Yeah, and the good thing is that a lot of times Major League NFL they just roll out a rule, but the MLB was testing it.
Well, they did. I mean, they nailed it. I mean, it was what I think we left at the top of the 8th, and I think maybe the game had only been an hour and maybe 35 minutes. Like I think what's the average Major League Baseball and just the week that it's, I don't know, the 9 or 10 days that it's been that spring training has been going on. What's the average game what's the time of the average game now? What are they averaging? Because didn't it used to be 3 hours?
Yeah,
they were right at 3 hours.
Yeah,
and they realized that, man, like everybody's like every 2 hours. That's kind of the sweet spot is 2 hours. Except Major League, except football. Football's usually about 3 hours, isn't it? But football's more exciting.
Football doesn't also have 8 games a week each team.
Yeah, you're right. Lummy, what's the average time?
They said it's ranging between 2 hours and 30 minutes, about 2 hours and 45 minutes.
So they've cut at least 15 to 30 minutes off the game.
Yes,
because I think the average game used to be about 250 to 310. Something like that. And
just sometimes you'd be at the ballpark and like it would feel like you were there for an hour and there was like 1 inning.
Oh, I know. But man, they run a tight ship.
They do.
And even between innings and I really like it. I I really do. And it was a great atmosphere yesterday, was it not?
It was busy. A lot of Cardinal fans.
Yeah, there were more Cardinal fans there than Yankee fans.
And their dicks, too.
What?
We were in the Cardinal section.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. They were dicks. They wouldn't let Ashley in, to our row the first time.
Man, I had
this fat guy was sitting there.
I had the best setup ever, thanks to the Diacos, because I had 4 tickets, but it was only me and the Crick, so we could really spread it out nice.
Yeah,
we were
it was so nice.
Seats 10 and 11 with rather large people around us and a lot of old people.
Why didn't you call me, Lummy? Come sit down by me.
Well, you said how much you wanted that extra space, so I didn't want to bother you.
Yeah, you're right.
So then we got up and we sat.
You even said during the show the last person you walked by him was me and Lummy.
Or Rhett.
Yeah.
Us fat asses.
Yeah, or Rhett, yeah.
Was able to do a hot dog and pretzel review. That'll be up today. Rhett will get it up as our food review. So, Lummy, I think the Cardinals look they're pretty good.
Yeah, they don't have any big names, but yeah,
they don't have any big names. Did you see Judge get that single?
Yeah.
God, he's a big man.
Yeah, him and Stanton. But I mean, yeah, I was surprised.
I didn't see Stanton. What number is Stanton?
Oh,
did he play?
Yeah, he was in left field. Crap.
No, he was not. Judge was in left field.
Was he?
I mean, did you watch the game?
Sorry, right field. Stanton's in right field.
Oh yeah. Well, where was Judge?
Left field.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I paid attention.
I'm sorry. Yeah, in center field was Donaldson.
I should be a big league skipper because I really know so much about baseball.
I was trying to keep Ashley from fighting the fat guy in the section.
Oh, so you didn't even really pay attention. I was just me and the Crick, so I would tell the Crick, I would predict what the guy was going to throw. There's this one Cardinal guy, man, I had him pegged. So he starts out with like a 78-mile-an-hour changeup, okay?
Yeah.
Well, what are you coming back with? At a 78-mile-an-hour changeup, what are you coming back with?
Most likely a fastball.
You're coming back with your heater.
Yep.
You're coming back with so he comes back. I said he's coming back with a 2 or 4 seam, like upper 90s. Boom, next pitch, 94. Guy whiffs it. And she goes, well, why would he do that? I said, because the guy saw a 78 mile an hour. So in his head, he can't even factor in something that's nearly 20 mile an hour faster than that.
Yeah, he threw his timing off.
Right. So then he comes back with another, like a 2-seam, like 88. So he gave him 2 fasters in the row. What do you think he's coming back with?
Probably off speed.
No, curve. Off speed, 83 mile an hour curve. And I was commentating. God, I'm so effing smart.
But you feel in for that race guy.
The turn on.
What's that?
You could be the new race color guy.
I could. Yeah, I could.
There you go. You could replace Dave Wills.
I could. I mean, much as I know about baseball. I mean, I would certainly be a tick above him right now, would I not? Hey, did you see where? Alex Stein completely 100% used the exact way I told him how to do it?
Yeah.
Did you guys see that?
I did not.
He completely, and he nailed it too. Good. He completely opened up with the words that he said, then replayed them. Then he replayed the Don Imus stuff, and then he completely babyfaced and said he was so very sorry. And then he got his guest on the phone, and then is this it right here, Blitz? Is this right here?
Yeah, it's the beginning part. Did he text you the clip he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just figured it would be easier because he put it at the beginning of his.
Yeah, I
show.
mean, like he opened up with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he did. He did exactly what I suggested. Remember, he's like, "Oh, I'll do the monologue and then I'll put it in." I'm like, "No, bitch, open it up. Open up the deal." Here you go. This is from Alex Stein's Blaze TV show last night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. Unfortunately, last night I said some off-color remarks that I'm going to play right now.
You get more positive when you're around positive outlooks and people.
That's why you got to watch out for those nappy-headed women. They come in there.
Yeah, they're around.
I know. And then they're doing stuff too, and they're showing skin.
These remarks do not reflect my opinion. I love the African American community,
and the thing about it is, it's exactly what he needed to do. But it's also funny.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They actually hold a very dear spot in my heart. I want to say that I was trying to make an off-color joke in reference to legendary broadcaster Don Imus and his off-color remarks, which I'm going to play right now.
Girls from Rutgers, man.
Girls from Rutgers is a nappy-headed hoes with tattoos and everything.
Got tattoos and Some hardcore hose. That's a nappy-headed hose there. I'm gonna tell you that now. Man, that's smooth, right? On Friday, I apologize for some remarks that I made and others made, but particularly ones that I made on this program to the women.
Now,
it's crazy to think he owns this building.
You can see those remarks are abhorrent. But let's be real. White people can have nappy-headed hair. Black people, Chinese people, Hispanic people. Everybody can have nappy-headed hair. So my words were not directed at any particular race, color, creed, or ethnicity. And to prove that, I went to the source, the people that are actually on the show, the Warner family and Corey himself.
Now, here's the thing. If you notice, though, he must have called in the middle of the day from a warehouse or like the back of the Blaze or something. Wait till you see the backdrop. He didn't even like backdrop it, like, maybe put a green screen or something.
And I asked him, hey, Corey, how did you feel about this?
By the way, Lummy, this is exactly what I told him to do, too, remember?
Yep.
That I made on the show. And here is how he felt.
Corey, I just want to say I apologize.
I mean, he does like a pre-show live from the same spot.
From the back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
Yeah, he does.
I just want to make sure you're not mad at me for anything I said last night.
Of course not. At all. Of course not.
Okay, is your mom upset at all?
Mom's not upset. She loves you to the moon and back, just like I do.
Oh, I love you, Corey. Okay, we got to have you back on. We're going to film some more content. You are the man. Your positive attitude was awesome. The audience loved you. I love you. And I would never, ever want to offend you or your mother or anybody because you are the man with the plan. So you got to find a way. Thank you so much. Tell your mom I love her. I love you guys.
Okay.
Just like I wrote it out.
Yep.
Now, as you can see, Corey, his mother, they were fine with it. It's because I'm primetime 99.
This is actually what's funny on it. He starts sticking it up. Watch.
Yeah.
What can you say? I'm going to play all day. You know, we can do it. And let me tell you something. Like I said, I got nappy-headed hair sometimes. So let's be real, guys. Free speech. The Blaze, they're going to let me say what I want. So you can't stop me. You can only hope to slow me down. I'm primetime 99. Peace. Let's start the show.
Pretty
There
good.
you go.
Pretty damn good.
Nice.
Pretty damn good, man. And I was talking to him a little bit yesterday, and because he sent us the clip, Lummy, and I was like, man, Alex, that's awesome. Great job. Lummy, I got to get a hold of Big Mike from Southwest Florida Golf Carts. His Lummy. I was so confused yesterday. First of all, I just got new. I had a cop rage, and then I'm sitting at the game, having a good time. Oh, by the way, so we brought in like this little, not a very big bottle of like SPF, like some sunscreen.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was baking hot yesterday, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy didn't even speak English. He's like, "Oh no, you can't bring that." I go, "What do you mean you can't bring that?" No.
How did he know you had it?
Because he checked Erica's bag.
Oh,
They check bags and everything.
Yeah, you gotta put that in your pocket.
What kind of accent are you trying to do?
Some Hispanic man.
Okay.
El Salvador, Guatemalan, something like that.
Nailed it.
Mm.
And so he was like, "You're not going to take this into the game." And I go, "What do you mean?"
Was Putin there?
But then that gimbal that I bought.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're going to try to get this gimbal going. Oh, he flipped over that.
What?
He's like, you cannot bring. I go, I'm telling you right now, go get your supervisor because this is a selfie stick, okay? He's like, does not look like a selfie. I say, well, it is. I was just full hot. I'm like, okay, so I'm throwing my $7 bottle of sunscreen away that you're making me throw away that I paid $6.99 for at Walgreens, bitch. That was only 6 ounces. I guess 4 ounces is all they allow you, or whatever. But it was still $7 nonetheless.
Sure.
And I was going to use it for this weekend to Gator Nationals. No, I can't. Mother effer Guatemalan.
You're gonna sunburn. It's all that guy's fault.
And so then he said, now you're going to try to take my $100 gimbal? Bitch. Well, no. I was gonna have Merch Crick run it back to the car before I'm just going to let him take my $100 gimbal that I still don't know how to work. These things are pretty complicated. So I get to the game, Lummy. I get there at the first inning, 2 outs in the first inning. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't missed much. So then Big Mike starts texting me, like I'm completely freaked out. He goes, "Hey, my Lummy, I didn't see the word my, I just saw Lummy."
Oh boy.
You know, he's got a Lummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, "My Lummy is on his way to Tampa with your golf cart. And he'll be at the studios around 6 o'clock." I'm like, "Well, if he's Lummy went?" I said, "Why did you bother Lummy going all the way down there? I could have sent a Merch Crick Thursday morning with her truck, down. I actually said I've offered to come pick that golf cart up
Right.
several times. So why did you get Lummy to do it?" And then I was like, "Oh my God, Lummy probably was afraid to say no, because I know how you are, Lummy.
Yeah.
You just would have done it."
Of course.
And I'm like, I knew he had plans to go to the game, and oh my God, Ashley's gonna hate me because I mean, you weren't supposed to. What I thought was you weren't supposed to get back till 6 p.m. I'm like, oh my God, that is a heat getter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I turned to the Merch Crick. I go, "What in the is Lummy doing going to get this golf cart?" And so
Meanwhile, he's sitting a couple hundred feet from you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're trying to keep Ashley off some Cardinal fans.
Yeah.
So and she goes, "Well, no. I think you don't understand. He's sending his Lummy, Scotty." And I go, "Oh, Scotty. Okay." So then I was like, "Okay, thank you, Mike. Just have Scotty text the Merch Crick. She'll meet him over at the studios. I'll probably be in bed." So nonetheless, we got the golf cart here, Lummy, but I can't figure out how to plug it in.
Oh, Merch Creek put in chat. She got the golf cart charging.
Oh, she did?
She found the plug.
She did?
There you go.
Well, I'm glad I'm last to know around here. Well, I'm not even checking my phone. I probably did get a, you know what? Nope. I didn't get, she knows better to mess with me on the show. Cash App, Gloria Zach, and Greg and Amy, one of the first ones.
Nice.
Thank you, both on the Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all at the Bubba Army. And I got Kevin Curry, T-Mac, on my Venmo. Thank you very much. All right, so we were able to figure it out?
Yeah.
How to charge it?
Yeah, it looks like she's all good to go.
Blitz, I got some badass lights on it, almost to the point of being obnoxious.
Awesome.
But why have lights if you're not going to be obnoxious about them?
Sure.
Right?
Exactly.
How can the WWE be in talks with various state governments and various state regulators about being able to bet on pro wrestling when pro wrestling is scripted?
It's a good way to make some money for them.
Well, but here's the thing, like, everybody
they
back
can go in and place bets and then change the way the match goes.
Blitz, all I have to do is, okay, I'm in the back, right, and I'm listening. I was privy to the creative meeting when I was at TNA, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know, like, it was Terry Taylor and Kevin Nash and Hogan and Bischoff, and a couple others. I think Flair, Kurt Angle. They would all kind of get together and they'd call the matches, Mm-hmm. Well, Hogan would be like, okay, with the aces and eights versus AJ Styles, we'll have aces and eights, have AJ on the ropes. Last second, AJ will come in with a run. Somebody will come in and do a double run in, distract aces and eights. AJ will come off the top and pin one of them. 1, 2, 3, we're going home. Well, I would know all the. And so nothing has changed in pro wrestling. There's a lot of people backstage that know the outcome of the matches. From the wrestlers, the people that are wrestling, to the referee, to the, I don't know, maybe the makeup girls that are doing, everybody knows who's going over. Everybody.
I thought it was that the public is allowed to.
Yeah, but Anna, so
gamble,
I'm in the back.
the...
I'm in the back. I just text Blitz.
Yep.
Blitz.
All right.
Aces and eights are getting beat in a DQ. Nash and the boys are going over. Hogan's going to win. Flair's going to win. Angle's going to get a DQ. And boom.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes and bets.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I mean, like, there's no way. It's scripted. WWE has held discussions at state gambling with state gambling regulators in Colorado and Michigan to legalize betting on script matches. WWE is working with EY, commonly known as Ernst & Young, to secure match results so they don't leak to the public. WWE creative executives don't plan to inform wrestlers who will win until hours before the match. It takes me 30 seconds to text my boys.
Yeah.
WWE aims to have major sports betting companies offer bets on high-profile matches. WWE is in talks with blah. Anyway, so like, I don't know.
That's stupid.
It is.
I mean, it's scripted, and no matter how tight to the chest you keep it, there is a certain amount of people that know about it.
Mm-hmm. That's Vince's new way for all the boys to make money now.
I think.
Look, I can't pay you what you're worth.
I can't
but
pay
if you
you
go to
$2
this
million.
website and bet some money.
I can't pay you $2 million, but if you get a little mule on the outside, you guys can go 50-50s on the deal. And see, and I can't pay you $8 million that I owe, that I should pay you, but I can pay you $4 million, but you can bet your ass off. You wouldn't believe even in today's world, Vince pays a lot.
Really?
Oh yes, I mean those over guys, the Roman Reigns and the dudes that are really over, they're making. Brock Lesnar, he's making probably $5 or $6 million. John Cena, I don't even know if he wrestles anymore, but when he did, he was like an $8 or $9 million guy.
He's doing movies now.
That seems to be the natural progression.
Apologizing in Chinese.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He did do that, did he not? He said something, and he did he? And
they threatened to pull the movie or something, so he apologized in Mandarin.
And did he know Mandarin?
Well, bitch ass? No, he didn't know Mandarin.
Or did he spend like 3 days learning it?
Probably just what he needed to know, just
but I think
recited the words.
Somebody sent that to me. Didn't he nail it though? Like, didn't he kind of
do
a pretty?
Practice, and there was probably more than one take.
Still, but Anna, even if I was I mean, just the ability to I don't think I could have ever like if I had to learn.
Yes, you could.
No,
practice.
But this was not. Like just a fleeting, few pair. This was it was a major deal, if I remember right. It wasn't just like I'm sorry, my name's John Cena. I said some offensive things in Mandarin, and I should not have ever said it.
No, it was extensive because he say Taiwan was a country or something.
Yeah, that's what he said.
What's wrong with that?
Well,
China does not see Taiwan as a country.
Does China get real mad when you say Taiwan?
Yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah.
你好，中国，这是叫西呢。我必须说，现在，在《速度与激情》中，我做很多采访，很多，所以在一个采访，我有一个错误。
To me, Anna, he looks very natural.
Yeah, this is. I mean,
you practice, but yeah.
Is this Blitz? Is this AI?
That's funny. That's what I was gonna say. That's not even him. It's AI.
Hey, it could be. I mean, right?
Possibly.
You just get Blitz, the deep fakes are so good now. You don't think WWE has the best of the best technology worth $1 zillion?
He hired a Chinese company to make an AI to apologize.
Yeah.
In Mandarin.
He just sat there and they used his face and then they just put the words in his mouth and deep faked it.
所有人问我，如果我可以用中文，速度与激情就人给我很多资讯 information，所以很多采访，很多 information。
John Cena started learning how to speak Mandarin in 2012, and he speaks it 100% fluently.
You know what? He's a better man than me, my friend. What a smart dude. I'm glad to know that he's a Tamponian.
我有一个错误，我必须说，现在就是很重要。我爱更尊重中国，更中国人。
But the thing about Chinese people or people from China, like if they really felt that this was heartfelt and this was, really, really the way, they'll forgive you. I think that's the kind of people they are, aren't they, Anna?
He wasn't apologizing to the people. He's apologizing to the government.
No, I understand that, but I think when you're high profile like this and you pull a high spot, I think they're cool with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just want to assert dominance. So as long as they see,
so they get like, we get John Cena to say sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
我很抱歉对我的错误。
So sorry for my mistake.
对不起。
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
我很抱歉，你必须了解。
And I have to understand that I
我很爱
love and respect China and the Chinese people.
很尊重中国跟中国人。不好意思。
I'm sorry.
再见。
I like Chinese food.
I should say, hey, it's Bubba. and I'm a wrestler, and I'm
I eat orange chicken.
and I
Orange chicken's so good.
like orange chicken, or better yet, I like cashew
We're seeing
chicken.
a record
I
number
like cashew chicken, and so that makes me very pro-Chinese. I like those little baby corns they put in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, hey, I'm sorry. I said some bad stuff, but man, them baby corns you guys got are rocking. Are they baby corns?
Yeah.
What are they? What are the baby corns in Chinese food? Are they baby corns?
Yes.
I think so.
What do they got, like a little baby corn tree?
Yes. It's a bush.
Really?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Stalks.
They're not called baby corns.
Yes, they are.
What are
actually.
they really called?
I really think they are baby corn.
Ugh.
Yeah,
They're baby corn.
they are called baby corn.
Yeah.
For real?
It's
Yeah.
typically what the Chinese do is they take things by they're infants and
What?
What?
just like all the things the Chinese they like
Baby corn,
Baby
better
corn.
known as young cornets or baby sweet corn,
Oh, I like cornets.
or it is a cereal grain taken from the corn, harvested early while the stalks and are still small and immature. It typically is eaten whole, including the cob, which is considered.
You don't have to take all the little kernels off of it?
No, you don't have to get
I've
a
been
little
doing
knife.
it wrong this whole time.
You've been get your little knife and go right down the thing.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Is your name Booby? Excuse me.
Wayne Townsend, 21-month anniversary, and Eric, Big E, Hunter Lummy.
nice big
I'll come back with you guys on the backside.
I'll give you some backside.
53 months.
Heyo.
Days of slave 59 months. 151 to Sock 21 months. E Brunetto.
Of course, Greg, first in for this morning.
Army.
Thank you, Gregory.
32 months.
Gregory White,
Bubba's fat ass heartbeat.
running wild.
61 months.
Fat ass
110.
Happy.
22 months. Jerkism. 22 months.
What's up, everybody?
6 or 7 scalp. Casino's finally 32 months.
I tried this new hair product for black people,
What's up, Rick?
but I like it for me. Because I'm African American. Smells really good. What's up, Grouper Lips?
Morning. Funny face.
Hive train is close. Hose.
Hippie short stroker, 49 months.
Good morning, Gary the Cantrell. Balls. I am Snozik Slayer.
Hive train, semi-autoglass Travis, 9 months.
Train! All aboard!
Doot doot.
Beep beep!
Yeah, man, I'll be sending
All aboard?
texts today. Level 3, 5%. Morning.
T-shirt whiz.
T-shirt.
Morning,
Wizzy.
Cesar.
All aboard!
Egg pimp, 5,000 bits.
ya. Guatemala. Let's go.
What's up, Big Hunter? Level 5. You big champ. Vince Gaming, 42 months.
Let's go.
Hey, Pep, 4,000. Woo! Let's hit that 1,000. Okay. Complete.
Let's go.
Afro Cracker, 40 months. On the track, Big Blunder. Lake County for life, 31 months. Texas Hillbilly 88. Good morning.
Oh, you're already past it, Lummy.
Yeah, level 7. Wayne, 51 to San 2200 bits. Warning goes on. Good morning, TC Gonzalez. Funny face there, 235. Physics is there. Big cut, D1.
Let's go.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. Lummy, you don't even need, I was going to do a Lightstream endorsement, which I might just do right now, but you don't even need it because you've crushed your hype train, making it like 5,000 for 5,000 or...
Knocked it out of the park.
No, actually, didn't we have one failure last year or this year?
Well, technically...
Technically what?
You said that because then we made it like 30 seconds after you cut it off.
Yeah, if even.
It was a technicality?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to let it fly?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. You know, the beginning of the year is an opportunity for you to start doing some things differently financially, and one might be start paying attention, especially to those credit cards that you have no idea what you're paying for. Start looking at the fine print, my friend. You'll get as pissed off as I was at the Tampa PD yesterday. A credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream can help you pay off your credit card and lock in a low-interest fixed rate. Rates start at 7.99% APR with auto pay and excellent credit. Plus, your rate is fixed for the entire life of the loan. It'll never go up. From $5,000 to $100,000, there are no fees. You can even get your money by later this afternoon. Lightstream believes people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they give you. And just for my listeners only now, apply to get a special interest rate discount and save even more. The only way to get this discount is to go to lightstream.com.
/BTLS.
That's LIGHTSTREAM.com.
/BTLS.
Subject to credit approval, rates range from 7.99% APR to 23.99% APR and include a 0.50% auto pay discount. Lowest rates requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com
/BTLS
for more information. Lummy, you crushed a hype train. Who are your big? Well, I have Wayne Townsend on Venmo and T-Mac. Wayne's celebrating his 21st anniversary. Now, is that your 21st anniversary? Your 21-month anniversary of the show? Or your 21st anniversary of you and your wife?
Well, he does have a Wayne 51 Toussaint 2,200 bits, and he has 21 months resubscribed on Twitch.
All right, so so I guess it represents that, right?
Yep.
Will, T-shirt Will, on the Cash App as well. Who are your big slinging D's on the hype train, Lum?
Funny Face with 1,000 bits. Egg Pimp 9,000 bits.
9,000.
Machine Ad Space 5,000 bits. DJR 2010 GT Sports Driver 1,283 bits. New money.
Thank you so much. Japanese housewife loses her life savings to a man pretending to be a K-pop idol. You see this all the time. In fact, one of the hosts of our show back in the day, Janessa Brazil, is one of the largest catfished images in the world, as a matter of fact. And one time, if you remember right, she was on the air and a guy, I forget, where he was, but he was like, I don't know if it was his wife or it was him, but somehow he stumbled upon the show. It might have been we were on Facebook one day or something, and he sees Janessa. And he's like, well, that's not remember he'd been being catfished by somebody.
I think it was, he saw her on Facebook.
And he calls the show, and she was like, no, this is me, Janessa Brazil. He's like, well, you're on a radio show? You're not living in Ghana or New Guinea or something like that? And she's like, no, I'm here in Florida. And come to find out that he'd given $85,000 to a person.
Jesus.
And so
was his name Hootie?
No.
Yeah, his new best friend Tom Brady.
And so just recently on my phone, my cell phone, I think it might have been in a couple weeks ago, I get this 917 number or something, and what it says, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, good. Who's this? I don't have you in my contacts. And they're like, I don't know. Let's just say Lisa. It's Lisa from Los Angeles. I go, well, hello, Lisa from Los Angeles. This is Bubba, and I'm from Tampa. So, Blitz, I knew that I was being, I really didn't think I was talking to some hot chick from L.A.
Sure.
I was just going to go along with it, And they're like, she goes, oh, I must have the wrong number, but you sound nice. Would you like to chat? And I go, well, I don't like to talk on the phone because I'm busy. I'm at work. I work 9 to. I try to make like I was a regular dude. Just I work, and I'm not allowed to talk on the phone, but I can text. What would you like to talk about? And she's like, well, Tampa seems like a very nice place. I go, Tampa's awesome. And I even wrote back. I said, I think I've saved. L.A. sucks. Why would you live in L.A.? She goes, oh, well, let me send a picture of myself. Well, of course, it's this attractive girl. Which I don't know. It looked a little Asian, if you will.
Just a little?
Yeah. And here, I might have it. I might have it here. I saved it because I knew I was going to talk about it on the air one of these days. Kevin Barnett, 30, and David LeBeau, 25. He listens on the app, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. Thank you. This is our Friday. We will not be here tomorrow. It's one of our final days we're taking off. We got a long haul. Mm-hmm. I don't think our next days are until maybe
May.
It's in May, yeah.
Like May, May when I go to Reno.
The middle of May.
And then we got two nice little May deals. We got a Reno. We got a middle of May, and then we got a Labor Day.
May,
I'm sorry, a Memorial Day.
Correct.
So let me try to find this. I'm trying to find this because I'm going to show you the picture that she sent. Here we go. This is the picture that she sent right here. Kind of does that have kind of an Asian feel on it? If you can see it.
Yeah, that's an Asian person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, can you send a picture of yourself? So I'm like, yeah, I might as well.
You sent her one from 07?
Yeah.
She sent her Dan's beach ab shot.
No, I sent her like, a pretty recent pic. I go, I'm probably too old for you. I'm 56 years old, soon to be 57. Like, I'm trying everything, Anna, to like get her to be not interested.
Right.
Because I know I'm being
So you
catfished.
sent her a picture of you?
No, hold on. But I don't look like Jimmy Cleavis or Dan Diaco.
No, I know.
But I just sent her a picture of like just a regular picture of me. And, I probably thought it was a pretty good picture, but it's certainly not, I'm a hot Asian bitch living in Los Angeles. I'm going to go out with that guy picture. Right?
Yep.
And so I said, I think I'm probably too old for you. She's like 29. And she's like, oh, no, I like older men. I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. So she's like, so this is where it goes south. She goes, well, instead of speaking here, because I'm at work as well, why don't we go to the what is it? The
WhatsApp.
The WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And I go, nope. Any correspondence will be right here on my phone. I'm not going to any apps. I haven't heard from her since. So what do they try to do? They get you over there.
Yeah.
Like what's different from texting me there than texting me on my? You obviously have catfished my number. You have my cell phone number.
Right.
So why? What advantage would it be to go to the WhatsApp?
Because I use that all the time.
You can send money through WhatsApp.
Hold on. There you go.
I didn't know that.
That's Blitz, right? That's the kicker.
Huh.
Through the WhatsApp, you can send money. Because that's where she's probably going with next, right?
Yeah.
My medicine. I need my medicine for this month. Or,
it's WhatsApp payments. You can just send it like a regular, just like a message. You can say, oh, just add, $400 on, and boom, you just hit send.
Huh. I didn't know that.
I said, if you want, I can even show it to you. I said, if you want to talk to me, I'm only going to do it right here. Like, I'm no nonsense. I said, I'm not, again. And she goes, please install. It only takes 1 minute. I go, again, I'm not going to get that app. I think I can message you more efficiently there.
Yeah,
just
most
get
scammers
it.
use WhatsApp or Telegram.
Telegram.
And I said, if you want to talk to me, I'm only going to do it here. But this is my work phone. It's so inconvenient. Are you still there? And I go, yep. She goes, are you going to install the app? And I go, nope.
And a lot of WhatsApp's not really that popular in the U.S., but like a lot of the other world, that's the main app they use.
Yeah, she was in New Guinea or something like that, or one of those cafes. Well, this bitch right here, completely. Listen, don't send money to anybody except us. I mean, we're real. You can see us right now. Hi, I'm Bubba Clem. There's Lemmy.
We call out your bits and your payments.
Yeah, it's
You
double
gotta
verification.
come to a cool party.
It's double. It's triple. It's fourple verification. 1, you can see us. 2, we call your name out if it's a certain volume. 3, you get invited to a party that you get to attend with us. Fourple. And you get a ring. Fipple. Don't send money to any. I mean, if your sister asks for some money, you can Zelle it to her, or PayPal it to her, or Venmo, or Cash App. There's so many ways to send. There's so many different ways.
And by
to send
the way,
money.
make sure it actually is them, because the new thing too is people impersonating someone on Facebook or hacking their account and then saying, "Oh, I need that $400. Can you send me something real quick? I just, I don't have my credit card, whatever." So
posing as a friend,
I need to get a hold of my sister and say, listen, people are going to start dinging you for money, saying it's me.
I've been trying for a year now.
I don't need any money. Man, yesterday was a really tough day for my mom because it was Jeff's birthday.
I saw.
Oh, yeah.
And at 8:30, when I knew I was going to go to the game, the New York Yankees, Cardinals game, I just texted her and said, hey, Mom, do you want to go to a baseball game today? Thinking that, maybe get her mind off. I knew it wouldn't be that much walking for her, Blitz.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that, it would be, and I had 3 seats for 4, and just, but she's like, I'm not really in the mood to do really anything like that today. And don't call me on the air. I'm like, well, I wasn't going to call you on the air. I was just going to see if you want to go to the ball game just to take your mind. I know today is a tough day and I love you. And I guess Tara took her to dinner or something.
Oh, nice.
So yesterday was a very, very tough day for her. So anyway, don't be sending money to anybody except us or your family that you know really is your family. Because they can know. I guess people now can say that they're your brother and really not your brother. I mean, I don't really know that family members are sending family members. Like, I don't find. Like Tara, if I need money, she'll just give me a check or something.
A check?
Yeah, she's given me checks before or cash. She's got a lot of
She
cash.
sent it via Western Union.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes when you don't live in the same city as your family, you have to send it other ways.
Right.
Yeah.
But like us as adults, I mean, are we still sending money to are we still accepting money from our parents?
Hell yeah.
Or two, are we sending money? Like, I mean, is your dad always spiffing you up a little bit?
For my birthdays and for Hanukkah, he does.
There you
but,
go.
I mean, yeah, he enjoys it. He's got the money. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Just takes his $1,000 that's stored away in the ceiling, just pulls it out and gives it to me cash when I'm in
will he really throw you a G-ball?
Did he? Yes, I think he did.
For real?
For Hanukkah, he did.
Philip, 1, 2, 3 ABC will throw you a G-ball every once in a while?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a dad.
Yeah. Well, my dad has saved a lot of money. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Yeah. And he's got
my mom bought me lunch a few years ago.
Huh? What?
I said my mom bought me lunch a few years
Oh,
ago.
Yeah.
Shame.
Blitz, you take care of your family.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Like Blitz is kind of there for his mom and his dad.
Of course.
Like Blitz and his brother. Does your brother do as much as you do? Because I know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But, I mean, he spends time. He spends more time because he's closer now.
Right. But I'm saying like financially.
And he's got kids. My mom hangs out with the kids a lot.
Financially, man, I know that you take care of their power bill. I mean, I know you take. I know that you just take care of them in different ways financially. Sure. And thank God I don't have to do that.
I don't to my brother, but like if he messaged me and said, "Hey, I need a few $100," I mean, whatever.
Sure, of course. But I mean, he doesn't do that.
No.
My mom is loaded, and Tara's loaded. So, and I'm kind of back on my feet, so I haven't really had to have any money.
I feel like my dad's about to get loaded because he has a property in Israel that got torn down and rebuilt, and it's like really nice. And
knowing Philip 1, 2, 3 ABC, he probably doesn't own a penny on it.
Well, he inherited it from my grandmother.
Yeah,
who passed away.
Again, back to my original statement.
Yep. So he's deciding when he's going to pull the trigger and sell it. It's probably going to be, I don't know, $1.5 million or something.
Oh my God! Yeah. Good for him.
I know.
Then you have to deal with the dregs of society and the kids that he's got to teach.
Mm-hmm.
Poor guy.
My dad's loving it. My dad loves teaching those kids because he doesn't care about them. So he's like not emotionally attached to anything.
And that 110 grand.
So bad. But
so that 110
exactly
grand
like
he makes as a school teacher, he just straight pockets it.
Some people like really take on the problems of the people around you. That's not my dad. So he's just like, these kids suck.
These kids suck. I'm just here for my paycheck.
Yeah. But he does his
got
job well. He just doesn't care.
School's got great pension, great benefits.
Oh my God! And my dad was
because you work for the state. You work for the state at that point.
He does, yeah, and he really leveled up. So every opportunity he had to like make it to the next tax bracket by taking certain courses and stuff, he did it. And he has his master's too, which I think it was like unnecessary in terms of what he needed to teach.
But it paid more.
Correct. So he bumped himself up to the next tape.
I bet you your dad makes a $1.20 all day.
I'm not going to disclose what he makes, but he's doing very well. I'll just say that. And he's he's
getting ready to get $1.5 million large out of Israel.
He's going back to Israel in like 2 weeks.
Really? Do you think
he
your
goes
dad
like every 6 months now?
Do you think your dad, while he still has that property, could potentially semi-retire over there?
I don't know if he wants to retire over there. He's talked about doing 50-50, but
That's what I
don't
meant.
think he's.
That's what I meant. Like that'd be his summer or winter home.
I don't know. I think he wants to sell the property.
What's the seasons like in Israel? Are they comparable to ours?
In terms of, is it in the northern?
Yeah, I mean, like, do they get snow? Do they get
no? It's like in the desert.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's tropical, nonetheless.
I wouldn't say tropical.
You'd say more deserty?
Yeah.
More like New Mexico, Arizona?
I mean, the weather they're having there this week is almost like ours.
Yeah. I think it's probably pretty close to California. maybe.
Blitz, like if you look at Israel as far as geographically, where do they rate? Are they south of us?
Well, right now I'm looking at the Tel Aviv weather, and today the high is like 70, the low is 49. Tomorrow 75, 55, 78, 56.
Now, are you free over there? Are you free?
Pardon?
Are you free?
No.
Yeah, it's a democracy.
But yeah.
I mean, like, let's
it's
say
like the only democracy in the Middle East.
Can you get high over there? I mean, like,
yeah. I think that the culture is very sexually liberated. Is what I've been hearing lately.
Like, do they have gentlemen's clubs and
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And oddly enough, even though it was a state for Jewish people after the Holocaust, it's a very secular country. A lot of Jewish people there are kind of like me, where they maybe do a few traditions, but they're not religious. Most of the country is not religious
they
at all.
just kind of dabble in it?
Well, they just identify as Jewish, but they're not really religious practicing Jews.
Right.
Some of them are, but a lot of them are not.
Well, I think as society goes on, people will just naturally become less religious as a society. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say the same for Iran, but yeah, typically.
Blitz, they're almost. If you watch this, ready?
Distance to the equator.
No. Look.
Yes.
Like they're almost identical.
It's very similar.
Yeah, I mean, it might be maybe Jacksonville. I don't know. If you go straight across, bam.
Yep.
I mean, and that's what determines your weather, how close you are to the equator, right?
Correct.
That's
Well,
that's
one of the things.
One of the things, but yeah,
for sure.
You're the
similar
heat,
climate. Yes.
The heat factor.
Mm-hmm.
Warsaw, Indiana gets snow in January. We don't.
Yeah.
It's because we're closer to the equator, although not much. Now, Blitz, right at the equator, like right here, like in Kenya, and
I heard it's pretty warm in Kenya.
But what I'm saying is that where the hottest part of any geographical area near the equator just naturally is hot?
It's more humid.
Generally, yeah.
And obviously, the more north of the equator, the colder you are.
Or south. Distance from the equator, say.
So now is Australia? They probably get snow, don't they? In southern Australia, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. It never. I think they do a lot of fake snow.
Never snowed in Australia.
Yeah, it snows in Australia. It certainly snows in New Zealand. I've been in the snow in New Zealand.
Where do you think the most sexually loosest, liberated women live?
Probably like Sweden.
No, I don't think that they're loose.
I'm telling you, I think that's what it is.
I don't think
it's
they're
the most
loose.
Egalitarian, and I think it is that in France.
You said what? Egalitarian?
Egalitarian.
What's egalitarian?
Like the sexes. There's
hey,
not
Alexa,
a lot of.
What's egalitarian?
As an adjective, egalitarian is usually defined as asserting, resulting from, or characterized by belief in the equality of all people, especially in political, economic, or social life. As a noun, egalitarian is usually defined as a person who adheres to egalitarian beliefs.
So, for example, if you offer to pay for a woman on a date, oftentimes in Scandinavia, like Sweden, they might find that to be insulting, as if you're saying like you can't afford.
Yeah,
this.
well, I will pay for dinner, but I want some ass.
So this article's from 2003. However, the list itself is 2005. It's the top 10 most promiscuous countries in the world.
There you go. Blitz knew what I was looking for.
10 is Argentina, Bolivia, Israel, Croatia, Latvia, Austria, Lithuania, Slovenia, New Zealand, and Finland.
Finland.
It's close to Scandinavia.
It's right next to it. Yeah.
Now, what does that mean? Like the chicks are just itching?
It's just
I'd go to Finland. I'd go to Finland before I go to Taiwan.
Sociosexual orientation inventory.
Interesting.
What is that? What did you just say?
People that are non-monogamous and like to bang.
I heard.
But to me, it looks like you get on when you were talking about Thailand. It seems like
Taiwan or Thailand. Thailand. Okay.
Thailand.
Yes.
That where girls are shooting ping pong balls out of their vagina, on a menu.
Right.
But when you're going back to your hotel, you got to make sure the the chick-choo driver or whatever. What's the tuk-tuk driver?
Tuk-tuk.
He'll let you know if the if the hooker you're taking back is might have the same equipment you got.
Right. I mean,
he'll know.
Talk about a hero, you know.
Right. Be like, hey, tuk-tuk, what I got here? He's like, no, do not to do nothing.
I mean, the tuk-tuk driver that saved my friend. I mean, he stood to make money from that ride, and he refused to take it. I mean, that's.
But what if
stellar.
the guy goes, well, I'm into lady boys.
Well, then fine.
Yeah, that's fine. And my friend was so thankful. He was wearing like a nice dress shirt. He just took it off and gave it to him.
What do you think? He
came
Bert
back
Kreischer
in
now?
like
He just
in
starts
a
handing
white
his shirt out?
My friend was so grateful. I'm like, why? Where'd your shirt go? He's like, I gave it to the tuk-tuk driver.
Man, I mean,
well, it was like a nice,
he must
like
be in
satin
shape.
shirt.
Was he in shape? Is he in
Yeah,
shape?
yeah. My buddy was in
Us
shape.
fat guys, I mean, we're not taking our shirts off and giving it to anybody.
No cab drivers.
No, please. Even though you saved me from hooking up with what I thought was a woman and had a bigger penis than me, thank you for that. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
How about an extra $10 tip? Did you notice everything you bought at the ball game yesterday? They had the built-in tip. Like I felt. Well, no option to.
You mean hold on? If you use your credit card?
Yeah.
Oh, every place does.
And then they tell you if you like to tip. Well.
Oh yeah, when you use your credit card now for almost anywhere except for.
Is that what is today's society? Just a big fucking tip?
Yes.
Yeah, go to 7-Eleven. You got a tip cup out there.
Yeah.
Well, tip cups I like tip cups because you can throw something in there. I don't like electronic tips.
Oh yeah, if you use your credit card at every place except for like the chain fast food places, they ask for a tip.
Yeah, so I go to the hot dog stand, right? First of all, I start with 2 waters and a bag of peanuts from the.
So that was $40
from the vendor. From the vendor that walks up and down.
It's peanuts.
Cold beer, water,
Cold water.
peanuts. That's what he said. Cold beer, cold water, peanuts.
I've been to a baseball game.
Their prices actually weren't that bad. I was surprised.
But the thing about it is, I was in the sun. I couldn't even see the amount.
I think the water is like $6 each. So.
Oh my!
Wait, is it like a?
I'm gonna have to go to my Truist account and see what I actually paid for.
Is it like
yesterday.
a half a liter, like this size?
Yeah,
that was $6.
It's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it's probably a little bigger than that.
All right.
Hold on, let me see what I actually did pay for all this yesterday. I wasn't even paying attention. I was in La La Land. Got my facial recognition. Yeah, hi, thanks.
It's me.
So, now they're wanting to text me a code because they don't. Jesus
What?
Christ.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to get on my Truist account, and it says,
okay. You're the Truist.
Well, I used to be. I forget what I was, and it switched over to Truist. Isn't Truist like the biggest now? Is it them and Bank of America? Are the two, that's about the only 2 banks left? Or is there still a few?
Regions.
I don't know. I use Regions.
Fifth Third.
Or Chase.
Yep, Wells Fargo.
All right. I'm into my account now, and I'll tell you what I paid for those waters. So anyway, Blitz, they come down. He goes, I'll take a bag of peanuts and 2 waters, please. So he puts it in, my credit card in, and he goes, you can tip right there on one of those 3 buttons. And it had a button that said like 20%, 15%, and 10%. Well, I'm like.
Or you can like manually enter it usually too.
I'm like, I just hit nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
do you still carry a credit card around?
Yeah. When am I supposed to put it in my palm?
No, you put it in your phone. You just use Apple Pay.
Yeah, but it's baby steps with me, okay?
Yeah, you double click on the side and then it just scans your card.
Yeah, you can pick which card you want to use. Click, boom, boom. Swipe your phone.
All right. It looked like I had 3 transactions there, Lummy. One for $6.96, one for $7.51, and one for $16.50.
Probably the $16.50 was the 2 waters deal. Oh, but no, you got
2 waters and peanuts probably.
And peanuts, but you also got you got the hot dog.
But I got the hot dog. I got the hot dog all by itself. It was just a hot dog, and then she went and got pretzel. So there you go.
Yep.
$16.51. So
that was the water and peanuts.
Water and peanuts.
Yep.
$16.51 for a bag of peanuts and 2 waters, and then the next one was my hot dog, which was $7.51.
That's not bad.
Yeah, $7 hot dog.
You can buy a whole pack of 8 for that at the
store. then her pretzel and cheese was $6.96.
Expected.
That's not too bad, really.
No.
Not at the end of the day, but every one of them was like, you can add a tip right there, one of the top 3 buttons, or you can just hit that button. Well, then I almost felt like a dick because I just hit the button, the closeout.
The nun.
And they looked kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
They're like, oh.
Usually, like if me and Anna go somewhere and we do the scan thing, and it's like one of those places where you go get your food and all that. Like they're not bringing it to you, and they're like, oh, tip. But usually, I'd give them like $2.
Yeah.
It's like something.
I couldn't see where I entered $2 because they wanted 5%.
But yeah, I'm not going to give you $6 or $7 or $8 because you literally handed me my food. Like,
well,
you didn't even bring it to me.
I looked at it, and I think because one of the drinks was like $7, and I was like, 10%, 70 cents. Instead of getting a bad look from them, I'll just give them 70 cents.
I get very wary when I don't have the food in front of me yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, you're mad I didn't give you a tip, and now you're going to spit in my food, so I'm just tipping you so you just give me my food and not mess with it.
Like the hot dog thing, Anna. I got the hot dog from this one guy. It was this little line you go through, and he had this big pile of hot dogs, and he handed me a hot dog all wrapped up. Well, then I had to walk down a little bit more, and they had the drinks that you could. I already had my bottle of water, so I didn't know drinks. So then you go to the cashier,
to
right?
pay. Then you don't have to tip because you already got your stuff.
Yeah, so I got my stuff, and all she is ringing me up.
Right.
Now I'm tipping you for just ringing me up.
And, if it was a $2 hot dog, okay, give $1 or $2 for a tip. But, like, you're already paying $6 or $7 for one hot dog. It's like, that should be built in.
And all you're doing is literally ringing me up. You're doing nothing. You've not done anything.
It's probably
for me.
a pooled thing.
I was saying, at a
pool.
place like that, who actually gets the tips?
It's a pool, and then they split it all up.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Well, not the Bucks games, but it's supposedly.
Now, does the pool even contain the guys that are going up and down the aisles? Because those guys are working their ass off.
Those guys are independent.
Separate, yeah.
Those guys, because most of the guys go into the back and fill up their own coolers and
pay for it.
Well, they check it out.
They got to lug it all around.
Yeah. So then whatever they lose, they have to pay for. So
what I'm saying, Lummy, is like, okay, let's a guy selling, because it seems like the guys were selling cold beer, ice water, and peanuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's like, so they would go in the back. Now, do they have to pay for all of those, like at a discounted price? Because, I mean, like it was $16.51 for 2 bottles of water and a bag of peanuts. Well, probably at Sam's Club or wherever they're getting that stuff, the bag of peanuts was probably $1 at best, and the bottles waters were probably 50 cents. No,
those guys, those are independent guys. Those guys work there, but they get like the extra tips or whatever. So they just go in the back. They check out. Let's say they get 10 waters, 10 beers. They check it out with the manager in the back, and then they go out and obviously whatever
and
tip
schlep
they get.
it.
Yep.
And so are they getting an hourly wage plus tip?
Yes, but their hourly wage is.
Blitz, can you imagine if you're an independent guy and you could just go buy all the stuff, your own stuff, and for what you're paying, those bottles of waters are maybe 40 cents at Sam's Club, maybe.
You buy them by the case, they're probably 15, 20 cents.
Yeah, okay, so there you go, 15, 20 cents. Call it a quarter. So you got 50 cents in the water.
Actually, I just looked at. They're about 14 cents a bottle.
All right, so we got 30 cents in the water. And what's a bag of peanuts cost? Just shelled peanuts that you buy, a pallet full of.
Yeah, couple bucks at the most.
No, we bought them for Walker's birthday. We bought like boxes of them. I think they worked out to like 56 cents.
Yeah.
For peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
2 bottle waters and peanuts. The guy might have. I mean, the New York Yankees might have 80 cents in the whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna gouge me at $6.51, full of fun. Now I know they got to pay the guy. What is it? Does the guy that's going up and down the aisles, is he making $15 an hour?
No, he's making like whatever they pay waiters and waitresses now.
Oh, like so it used to be $2.31. I think it's now like what, $5?
I'm not sure.
I mean, hey Alexa, what's the minimum wage for a service staff like waiters and stuff?
From moviecultists.com. The federal minimum wage for servers and other tipped employees is $2.13 per hour.
In Florida, it's $7.98.
Hold on. She's saying federally it's $2.13, but in Florida it's nearly $8?
Yeah. And they have to make a minimum of $11 combined with tips.
And if they don't, then they come to the manager and he has to make up for the difference, and it's just a bunch of nonsense.
Wow.
What?
Oh, that's expensive. I mean, 7 something now they're making.
I would be blown up, man. Those big containers they carry are quite heavy, and man, I would just be like dealing with the public all day and just, oh.
Can you imagine walking around in like August and Raymond James?
Those guys got to be in shape, man.
Some of them don't look it, though.
Yeah, some guys don't look it, man. Some guys look as fat as me up and down the thing. I wonder what, maybe we could get somebody to call us or something. 813-90-BUBBA. Like at a really, really, really packed game. Like yesterday, for instance, Lemmy, that was probably, if not sold out, close to it.
Yeah, it was really close.
On a minor league baseball or even a major league baseball game, how much, on a sold out game, how much, if you're killing it? And I got to think, Lemmy, the guys that kill it are the guys that do the beer, water, peanut combo.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The guy that's selling the Dippin' Dots and stuff like that, he might do okay, but beer is probably your biggest money maker.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wonder what a guy make $500-600 a game? Like I don't even know anybody that's ever done this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I know like when I was at the Rays.
Did you do it before, Lemmy?
No, like I would talk to the guys, and those guys are like they would go from Raymond James, they would go to the minor league, they would bounce around, and they said
they were
had
just
their regulars.
natural vendors.
Yeah, they have their regulars. So like at the Devil Rays, the Rays, whatever. They would have the regulars. They would go see in the first 2 innings, and those guys would usually give them like $10-20, and then
you still didn't answer my question.
Yeah, the one guy I would talk to said usually on a Rays game that was somewhat busy, he would clear about $300-400 in tips.
Hello.
Hey, Bubba, it's Dan from Minneapolis.
Hi, Dan. Are you familiar with this game?
I am familiar with carrying that heavy ass.
Yeah, I mean, so you've been a food vendor. You've been a barker. You've been that guy before. What, at a football game, basketball game, baseball game? Where? Twins.
Minnesota Twins. Yep.
Minnesota Twins. During like when the Yankees or the Brewers or some team that's going to sell out. What kind of money could you make?
Well, on just without tips during the day, I probably made $80, $90.
Right, that's before you sold. That's before tip zero, right?
You're right. And if you're right with a big team like the Yankees or the
Red Sox or something like that,
even Tampa, I would $600-700.
Really?
Oh yeah, especially if you're vending beer. Yeah, you'll get guys that'll, especially if they're trying to impress somebody. They'll tip you, I don't know, $20, $30. Sometimes at a pop. Sometimes they'll throw you like a 50 until you keep the change.
So like on a bad day, you probably walk away with what, 200, and on a good day, 6?
About 200, yeah. And then on a really good day, about 6. But on a bad day, about 150, 200.
Yeah, but aren't your legs killing? I mean, do you got the strongest, quads known to man?
Bro, my quads, my glutes, my calves, I'm telling you, at one time they were rock hard. Now, I'm older, so I stopped doing it. But yeah, I miss the money, I miss the fun because you get to see these games, you get to see these players. But I don't miss walking up and down those stairs at all.
Well, man, thank you, one, for listening to us out of Minneapolis and by whatever means, and two, thanks for helping us on that data. We appreciate you.
Yeah, not a problem. You guys have a great day.
You too, buddy. Like, there's Bubba Army Lummy that we never knew existed.
Yep, Minnesota.
Minnesota Twin guy. Hello.
Hey, Bubba, it's Earl from yesterday.
Hi, Earl. How are you?
Doing good. I was just wondering, how do I get my tickets?
Tickets for what?
For the NHRA deal.
Yeah.
I'm going to be emailing the master list over to the guy today, and he'll be emailing and contacting you.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay,
Appreciate
bud?
it.
All right.
Have a good one.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Yeah, Blitz, give me that list. I'll get it to Josh this morning. Hello.
Morning, Bubba. It's a wrestling coach from Illinois.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I got an old friend that's here in Illinois, they're considered outside contractors, and he works for the Chicago White Sox, and he makes anywhere from $150 to $200 a year, and that's all he does all year round, or all year. And then off season, he's done. He just travels around or whatever. But he makes $150 to $200.
So you're saying being a beer vendor or working for the White Sox home games. So you're at that point you're only working what 81 games.
Yeah.
Because there's 162 games, half are away.
Yep.
I mean, unless you get lucky and get a playoff, get a playoff game or something like that. Plus, and preseason's down here or wherever the hell they play. So you're working 81 games, and that guy can sometimes make $200,000.
Yep.
I got to think there's a long line of lists just for people to do that.
He's been established for, God, he's been doing it for 10, 15 years. So once you're established, then they keep calling you back every year. But I don't think you can get just, hey, I want to be a vendor and then go apply and beyond. You got to be, start low like in the minors and everything.
Now,
And then work
now
your
does
way
he
up.
does he go to like? Could you double dip and like be a Cubs guy too? So when the Cubs are in town and the White Sox are, could you work for both, or can you work at Soldier?
No.
Can you work at Soldier Field too, or where the?
No, they have. I think they have their own. I don't know about the Bears. I think the Bears are hired by the Chicago Bears, and the Cubs are a different thing too. So I just know he's considered an outside contractor with the White Sox.
All right, bud.
So he's not being paid by the White Sox, but
He's an outside He'll get a 1099. He'll be an outside contractor.
he actually works for the beer vendor themselves.
How do you listen to the show?
The Bubba Army app or Twitch, whatever I can listen to in the semi.
Perfect, my friend. Be safe. Keep it between the lines. Appreciate you.
All right.
Yeah,
Later,
I mean,
guys.
like all the places here in Tampa, the vendors can work at all three.
Now, does football do it?
Yeah.
But I don't think hockey does it.
Hockey does it.
Hockey has vendors?
Yeah.
They do?
There's not as many as football, but yeah, they have
I
vendors.
think to me, I feel like baseball's got the most. And NFL, I always sit in the box with the Diacos, so I don't see those guys. But there are guys.
Football has a lot.
Football's got a lot.
Yeah, they're up by every other aisle going up and down. With beer and water.
And hockey's got it too.
Yeah, hockey doesn't have as many, but hockey has beer vendors. They sell those big Labatt Blues.
Those big what?
Labatt Blues.
Oh, they don't sell.
I mean, most of them have like the Canadian beer. A couple of them have Miller Lite and stuff like that.
Guess who I saw and spent a little bit of time talking to yesterday?
Oh, you talked to him?
Pat Maroon.
Nice.
And his wife's beautiful. Beautiful.
Was he sitting by you?
He was sitting a little bit higher than me.
Oh, so you got a little better seats.
Listen, the Diaco seats are literally the fifth row.
That's awesome.
Literally row 5, seats 10, 9, 8, and 7. And, I'm going to ask the Diacos, because right during the middle of the day, most people can't go to a day game because they have to work, including the Diacos. I'm going to ask them, man, if you guys, ever have those tickets, I'd love to go. I just love the experience. And let me, at the end of the day, man, I mean, if you're totally trying to be on the cheap, I mean, you could do it for $16. I mean, all you need is 2 waters and a bag of peanuts.
Yep. Yeah.
To watch, I mean... you're watching the big league. I mean, you're watching the big league guys. I mean, right?
Yeah, especially in the first couple weeks of the spring training.
The atmosphere is good. The games go fast.
Yeah, there's a nice little breeze, too, that was coming off.
One of these days, maybe I could take you. I mean, just maybe me and you.
Oh, that'd be fun.
As boys.
Yeah. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So we did find the charger to the golf cart.
Yeah.
Did you guys see how badass it was?
Yeah, I went out and looked at it.
Did you turn the lights on?
I did not.
You should.
Because it was all charged and everything. I didn't want to mess with it.
Oh, you'll be spending a lot of time on it.
And the
this
new
weekend.
charger is way better than the old school chargers too, because all you need is an extension cord.
That's it.
You don't have to carry around that charging box and all that
Remember
stuff.
back in the day, man, you'd carry like a 40-pound box and hook it up to a gimmick.
Nope, just an extension cord. That's it.
Cash App. I think I got. Let me see here before I go into words. Oh, I just had it here. Let me. Steve Noga. Steve Noga. On the Cash App. Thank you very much. We'll return in a minute. Stand by.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
So it can be on October morning clothes. What you got, organic Gene?
Oh,
There's some pretty attractive females at the game too, Bubba.
Oh, I know they're
Some fucking hotties.
some fucking hotties.
Mr. Good 1911, good
Cleat
morning.
chasers. What is the typical outfit of a cleat chaser?
Short shorts and a low cut top.
Fuck yeah. With them titties hanging out.
Dance monkey.
I like to see them.
She's
titties.
being naughty today.
It's the mark.
When you see them titties. Shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got.
Now they got a game Thursday. They got a game today? They got a game today? Oh, the Red Sox are there today.
Yeah. I won't be busy at all.
The next Tuesday, Wednesday,
Thursday.
and Thursday. They got games. Two of them are night games. They got the Phillies during the day. I might be able to hit that game.
Hit it and quit it with them hotties.
And then I can only go to day games, Lummy.
Yeah, I was gonna say those probably 6, 7 o'clock
Because you
games.
get tired and you have to go to bed.
I got Detroit,
Ugh.
Minnesota, and the Rays. The Rays are the last spring game of the year.
Their game's inside at the Trop.
No, this game here says at Yankees.
Oh, because the Rays play them also toward the end.
Look. So I can't go today. And I can't go Saturday. I can't go Tuesday, but I could go next Wednesday.
Thursday, Friday.
And then I could go into the Tuesday, the 21st. And I could go Friday, the 24th, even though that's Bubba 199 day. What's a split squad mean, Lummy?
Half their team goes plays at a different stadium.
Oh, I don't want to go do that, do I?
Probably not. You'll probably get some jobbers.
You're gonna get some motherfucking jobbers. Did you? But you did. You said you did watch. You enjoyed the actual game.
Oh, I absolutely, and I understand baseball very well.
As do I.
No, you
Touché.
don't. No,
Yeah, I do, motherfucker. How hard is it? You fucking throw, you catch, you hit.
You don't know the philosophy behind baseball.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm a philosophizing baseball enthusiast.
No, you don't know shit, bitch.
I know all the shit.
You didn't know that a guy that started out with an off speed would go to a fastball to go to a curve.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Fucking the high speed Willie, fucking throwing like this. Pew. You gotta let it linger on the fingers. That's what you gotta do when you're throwing them balls. Throwing them balls on the most uneventful.
Morning, Hoffhammer, RC Helen.
Thank you, Roto. It's just so boring.
I was in 109, Lummy.
Carl Mandingo, I am in fact not drunk,
CC.
although I will be drunk.
Lummy, where were you?
214.
Because we got brunch, bitches.
Oh, you weren't too
Come to
far
brunch.
from me. You could just go peel and look right at me.
Well, yeah, I was squeezing in next to a fat fuck.
Lummy, were you full hot on the deal?
I was more
Sounds
full
like he's pretty
hot
full hot on
that.
Ashley was full hot.
Well, the guy was just fucking rude.
What was he doing, Lummy?
Well, when her and Walker walked up and I went to go get her and Walker like a water, he wouldn't get up. He wanted her to walk around. Like being a dick, because he had the aisle seat and he was like 500 pounds.
Hell yeah.
And they had like a standoff.
Who the fuck
And
is
finally
going
he had to
to a
waddle his fat ass out of his
game
seat
when
and get up.
Well, motherfucker, I mean, if a woman is trying to get, if a person is trying to leave the, I mean, you got to stand up. That's
No shit. It was just like, we were at seats 10 and 11, we were in the middle, and it just, Cardinal fans were being annoying.
Were you going to kill him?
Well, I found out what happened once I got to the seat, when she started telling me about it. And then
Did she not? Did he not see how big of a human being you are?
Yeah, he was a lot better when we were trying to get out. He got right up. He squeezed his fat ass up. I didn't want to cause a scene because we're friendly with them, and I didn't want to get.
Always cause a scene.
Bubba, you get a call, or you look up in the 200 level, and I'm fucking knocking this fat ass down the stairs.
I'd be like, fuck yeah, let me go, that's my boy. I go, let me get him, you're gonna get the strap tomorrow.
Lemmy's going bowling with a 500-pound bowling ball down the stairs. Yeah. Let's go.
I would have pulled that strap right off of fucking the redheaded Pomeranian. He's had it too long anyway.
He's had it for like 3 days.
It looks like I'm going to the game today, and I'm going to knock out a Boston fan.
A Boston?
Oh, those Boston fans are the worst.
Yeah.
But you're saying the Cardinal fans were cocksuckers too?
Yeah, they were just assholes about everything. They were trying to be like their old school baseball.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Tomorrow you'll get a best of. We'll be back Monday. Blitz and I will be headed to the Gator Nationals on Friday. We'll do some live stuff and we'll do some recorded stuff. I got a new gimbal that I don't know how to. I'm gonna let Blitz show me how to do it. Hello, you're on the air. Hello, Bubba Show. How may I help you? Would you like to go to the WhatsApp and have a conversation with me and send me some money? Mitch Lucerini, 25. Anna's running a little bit loose today. I like when Anna runs loose today.
Feeling loose.
What do you got planned for this weekend? Because your man's going to be gone.
I know. I got mother effing brunch.
With Jennifer?
Jennifer
with
will
Naba?
be in attendance.
Does she know that her nickname is Naba?
She knows.
Does she know what Naba? Knows. She knows. Does she know what Naba stands for?
She sure does.
Nice ass, bad attitude.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you are interested in this Ozempic diet, that is pretty cool. I think I've lost 11 pounds on it.
Nice.
Supposedly now this. Let me see. No, I'm still on my 0.5. But supposedly, once you get up to after that,
I thought you got bumped up.
No, I did from 0.25.
Oh, okay.
But you stay on every level for a month.
I see. And 2 is the max, I think, right?
Yeah. So this is starting my second week of 0.5.
And no, you feeling good?
Oh yeah. I mean,
I know you're industrial strength, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty industrial. I'll eat grease. You've seen that.
You'll eat 409, yeah.
Oil,
yeah.
409.
Yeah.
I mean, please.
Oh yeah, I did see you eat oil.
I know. Remember when you're changing oil on Gus?
I was like, you won't, and then you did.
Hey, guess what? What? My boss eats oil. I mean, they would completely think that you work for the circus.
Canola?
I wish.
I wish it was
10W30.
Yeah, that's been ran through a car for 5,000 miles.
So gross.
Hello.
Hey, good morning, Bubba.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, I'm the guy that won those tickets yesterday. I wasn't sure if I.
No, the NHRA guy, the guy will be getting a hold of you today.
Okay.
We're sending the list over.
Yeah, I'll send you the list.
Okay, fine. Then he'll probably be getting a hold of you here momentarily. So I'm sending the list over the next break. I'll send the list over, and he'll be getting a hold of you today.
Oh, sweet! I thought I was getting those rib tickets or something.
No hootie rib tickets, my friend.
What was your first name?
Jason. I was the first winner.
Oh, you were the 4-pack Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blitz, you got his information.
Yeah, I'm making sure. Let's see.
Hold on, Blitz is making sure.
Yeah, because. Okay, well then don't send that list over. I was wondering about that because it's I was given the wrong information.
Lummy.
No, it
I
wasn't
didn't take
Lummy.
the name.
Anna.
It was it was
Anna. This poor guy almost got ripped out of his 4-pack because of you.
Yeah, she wrote it down wrong and gave it to somebody else. But I have.
Well, no, I didn't want to be a dick and take the 4-pack because I could only go one day.
Yeah,
I just didn't know.
I remember.
I was supposed
you said
to
you
be
could go
looking
one
for
day.
something.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I remember that conversation.
All right, Blitz. So I'm going to hold off on the new. I'll wait.
No, you're good. You're good. The list I gave you is good.
All right, I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm sure. Oh, there it is, right there. Got it.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
I got your information. The phone numbers match and all that, so you're good.
Perfect. You'll be getting something today, okay, buddy?
Awesome. Thanks. I hope to see you guys up there.
Yeah. We'll be just follow us on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll be telling you where we're at.
Should I be looking for a big smoke cloud or?
No, hell no. We're going to be completely of sound mind the entire time.
Not us.
Look for a pair of big breasts and a Bubba Army tank top with a guy in what's those suits?
Ghillie?
With Blitz in a ghillie suit, looking like a shrub. Is that a shrub? No, that's Blitz with like 50 guns on him at all times. He's sleeping outside.
Why is there a shrub on the start line?
Because it's Blitz with a gun. Oh man, there's a new Netflix documentary.
Oh yeah,
that's coming out
I'm
about
watching this.
You know what?
It's out actually.
Okay, is it out?
It came out yesterday.
I really am interested in this.
I remember this vividly when this was happening,
and
I was blown away.
Now, Blitz, this is right in your aviation alley. What was in the aviation world, so to speak? Now I'm sure
Which
that
one? I'm sorry, I missed the
this is about the MH370 flight that disappeared. The Malaysian.
The
Airlines.
Malaysian deal.
No one still knows.
No, Blitz, like for real, like even in the aviation circles, like they still can't explain it.
There's a few different theories, but I don't think there's been like one solid. Hey, here's what's going on.
Can you give me a couple of the theories?
Like rapid decompression, and like they pretty much all died quickly. That's the main theory.
Was it so kind of like God, what was that Payne Stewart, that famous
correct.
golfer?
Yep.
That they were like at 37,000 feet on a private jet, like a Citation or something, and all of a sudden they lost rapid decompression, and you literally have like 10 seconds before you die.
Yep.
Now, is that a painful death or is it just a TT? Somebody said it was like this as you go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how quick it is, but like even if it's slow hypoxia, you don't realize it, and just you have like a la land, like no big deal.
I mean, right before I go to bed.
Yeah. Fuzzy time.
I'm having a rapid decompression every night. I just happen to wake up. So now, but Blitz, have they ruled out? And I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch this trailer on it because I'm sure that it gets into it. And this is going to be something that I try to watch. But did they it wasn't hijacked and a guy said praise Allah and they went down 37,000 feet nosedive straight?
If it did, they don't know what happened.
Yeah, they don't know.
Oh, they don't know.
But they say someone does know.
Did they ever retrieve the black box?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Parts of the plane, I think, were found.
Yeah, like pieces.
In like the Indian Ocean.
Understanding that they found some debris, but not any remains at all. Like of people.
I don't know.
Found. Who planted there?
I know they found parts of the plane.
What?
I know they found parts of the plane, I think, that were recovered.
Right.
Is there?
But plane materials last longer than the ocean than humans do.
Correct.
I'm just reading. So now they're saying maybe an opposing military shot it down.
I don't know.
Maybe an airline. Hold on, Anna said
I'm watching this all day.
Blitz says,
she's got all weekend to watch
I sure
it.
do.
And here's the thing, Blitz. To me, it looks like they just leave a whole bunch of open-ended willies.
Yeah, because nobody knows.
Yeah,
because it's a bunch of stupid conspiracy theories.
I mean, there's nobody. There's nobody that Netflix knows more than the FTA knows.
Mm-mm.
Stop trying to rain on my parade, man.
No, you can watch. Is it a 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 part series or just?
I thought it was a one-time documentary.
Is it a one-off?
You just saw the whole thing just now.
You're probably right. Here, Blitz. From this is what I can think. One, it just vanished out of thin air. Two, they don't know anything about what happened.
Here's the thing.
3, the military maybe shot it down.
Yeah, we don't know anything, and here's a bunch of crazy people with stupid conspiracy theories.
Oh,
perfect.
And it ranges from the cargo blowing up to it being hijacked and somebody nosediving it into the sea, or maybe it got shot down by some. That's right. They gave you the 3 or 4 possibilities.
Yep.
Cargo, hijack, or it got shot down. Boom.
Yeah, or the plane had an issue, rapid decompression,
or mechanical.
The pilot could have started shooting people and did it on purpose.
Right.
There's a lot of things.
But deep down, nobody really. They should say on Netflix, we're going to do Malaysia Flight 59er 49er, and here what it is. Nobody really knows.
No, they're still sending boats out searching for stuff.
Man, I'd be.
How do you go completely undetected on radar though? Like
literally in the middle of nowhere.
There are parts of the world that you lose
Is
contact
that with
radar.
like the Bermuda Triangle sort of thing?
No, not necessarily just there, but
no. But I mean, that's an example of that happening. Is that what you're saying? Like a dead zone? Like how does that happen?
Because there are a lot of areas that aren't covered by radar or radio.
Hello.
Hey, Bubba, it's Erin, Pedro's wife.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
What happened to this Malaysian plane?
You know, have you heard my like I'm just kind of pretty much giving up on blasting you. Have you heard about that?
Yes, I did hear. I was
Is that
so
a
upset that I didn't make it to your
Is that a
party.
big relief for you? It's like, man, I'm gonna
That's
deal
why
with
she's
Bubba's.
calling in now.
Yeah, like thank
no,
you.
it just means I'll have to try harder, I guess, to get you back interested.
Yeah.
Jesus,
well, you're not. I mean, anyway.
You know, when you leave something alone for a while, it creates more interest.
Right. Sure. Right. Number one, you got Pedro believing that nonsense. But anyway, so you're
Anyways,
you're
I totally
obviously
think-
a flight attendant, and you probably would have an interesting perspective on this just due to the amount of hours that you've been on a commercial airliner.
Yep.
Yes. I totally think that it was pilot hijacking. I think the pilots hijacked it. That's my personal opinion.
Like maybe one pilot, either they were both in on it, or one pilot shot one guy and then said, "We're going to go ahead and nosedive at 37,000 feet as fast as we can."
You know, it's very easy to take control of an airplane, especially when one goes to the bathroom, right? There's always supposed to be two people in the cockpit, and that's why flight attendants go up in the cockpit.
Yeah, we know why we know why you guys go up there.
Exactly.
For the first officer, dong.
Now listen, have you ever?
It was the first officer. I did upgrade to the pilot a few times.
Now, honest to God, when a flight attendant goes to the cockpit because one pilot is pooping or peeing or stretching his legs, have you in your career of over 20 years of being a flight attendant, not married to Pedro the pool guy, as a single hot flight attendant, did you ever do anything?
Of course.
You did?
Of course. I've mentioned this several times, but yes, of course I did.
Like, was
Back
it
before Pedro?
Was it? Yeah, well before Pedro. We established that. So now, what would that be?
Like 2021.
Like, hold on. Would that be your initiation or his, or did you guys just know?
I think we were dating at the time. You know,
right?
So
now,
it was just easy.
Was it oral,
But
or
nowadays,
was it everything?
It was everything. But nowadays, nowadays meaning 10 years later, 15 years later, it's damn impossible.
Just because they is the cockpit, cameraed up, or is it they just
some have cameras, some have, voice recorders that, they had voice recorders back then too, but they are rapidly and more, aggressively checked now.
Now, and like, would your other flight attendants cover for you? And
no, they don't know what's going on half the time because
they probably did.
If one person knows the whole airplane, well, I'm sure that, and I'm sure that they did. Now,
did you ever see some of your other girls go up there, and do the same thing you're doing?
I never paid attention.
Now, did the first officer know what was going on?
Yes.
Yeah, so he would stay gone, 5-10 minutes.
Either that. Yes. So there was a time where he stayed in there too,
And watched?
Yes.
Wow.
I was a good friend of mine who was also dating one of my girlfriends. So I tell you, I was wild back then. Now I'm not wild anymore. Poor Pedro.
Did you have, when the one guy when the first officer stayed in, and he was also dating one of your girlfriends, was she in there too?
No.
No.
You can have more than 3 people. Yeah.
Wow, and you guys are just going to town, and he's watching, voyeur style?
Well, he had his head turned. I'm sure he was looking out of, his finger, but he had his head turned.
Right, had his head turned. Right.
Like I said, almost damn impossible nowadays.
But it's not impossible once you guys get back to the hotel and start drinking.
Right. That's why the pilots and the flight attendants got separated. They used to stay at the same hotels.
Oh, for real? I didn't even know that. No, I didn't know that.
Too many of the wives called into the companies, and this is not just my company, but multiple companies saying that they didn't want pilots and flight attendants staying in the same hotels. I guess they never heard of Uber before. However, it did cut down on marriages and babies.
Now, would
and divorces.
there be some times where a pilot would get a married flight attendant knocked up?
I couldn't comment on that. However, I'm sure. I'm sure.
And then she'd go back home and she'd go back home and try to tell her husband that it was his, and of course he's not going to think any different. But
that might be in your fantasy head, but I mean, who knows?
I think it was that mostly that the flight attendants were coming after the pilots for money and saying it was their kid, and then they would be married. The pilots would be married.
Oh, and they'd be like, listen.
Usually pilots are cheap, and you can always tell when a pilot's on his layover because of how they're dressed. They're in the oldest of clothes, and they're just not dressed well.
Not a lot of pilots looking like Dr. Diaco with Gucci shoes and rollies and things like that.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. They roll in and they're, and trust me, a lot of them don't need all that stuff. But
I mean, are there any hot captains left, or are there still a bunch of what?
Oh my God! Well, now your captain is like 28 years old, 26 years old.
Probably got you really excited. I mean, old coug like you.
Oh no, 26 does not appeal.
Hold on now,
anymore.
but I was my last flight to Indy, which was on Southwest direct from Tampa to Indy, had 2 female pilots. And
oh God,
you made it?
Oh, I bet you were dying.
No, I was cool. I was like, hell yeah, I was cool, and one of them was cute.
Did you ask them if they know how to use the autopilot?
I told them no, Blitz, but I did tell them I used to own a 414, and they laughed at me.
Yeah, I bet.
You broads know what you're doing.
Yeah. 414, 737, same thing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, who cares, right? No.
Yeah, but I mean,
all female crews. It's the greatest.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Female.
I mean, that's. Yeah. I mean, and are these chicks as good at flying these planes as the old school guys?
Sometimes better.
Really?
Yeah, because they're not blasting in the cockpit, so they're paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, these women are actually paying attention to the instruments.
They're sitting on the yoke.
Shenanigans.
They're actually looking at the instruments, paying attention, saying in communication.
They're painting their nails up there. What are you talking about?
They're scissoring.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, my buddy who is a pilot for a major airline, and let's not mention his name, but what does he fly? 777s or 737s?
No, I believe he flies like A320s.
Okay, is that a big plane?
It's the same size like a 737.
So that's probably.
I did meet your friend. I did meet one of your friends.
Now, really? Are you? Is that who you fly for?
I can't say it on.
No. We're not going to mention. We're not going to mention any carrier.
We're not going to mention that
because we know you. We know you fly for Delta. So anyway, we're just going to say. You know what? Even though you don't fly for Delta, we're going to say it to throw them off. So my guy, he's a pilot for Delta, and I mean, are you a flight attendant for his same airline?
Yes.
And how did it? And he's a captain, right?
He is now. Recently.
I don't know. I don't remember. I met him and his wife.
Yeah.
He was an FO for a long time, and he's a captain now.
Yeah. And how did my name come up?
And his name is Mike, right?
Yeah. Well, we can say Mike. Sure, it's a common name,
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike Victor Juliet.
Yeah, Mike Giuliani. Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
And how did my name come up?
Actually, I was with Pedro and a couple of the kids, and Pedro just happened to see Mike Victor Juliet and said, I think that is Bubba's pilot. And or old pilot or something.
Was he in his pilot? Was he in his captain's or first officer gear?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, and
but he was with his wife as well. So
right. Was he was he flying the plane that day?
No, he was not. I think they were on vacation, and we were going on vacation. So,
have you flown on any of his pilot? Have you been a flight attendant on any of his pilot flights?
No, I didn't. No, I wasn't.
Perfect.
I wasn't sure I wasn't sure who he was at first, and then Pedro was like, "I think that's Bubba's friend."
Yeah, and he was my personal pilot. Yeah.
And he said, or I had my little one with us, and so his wife and my little one got very friendly. So they were playing in the terminal for quite a while. So
did he tell you the rule I used to have when he used to fly for me?
No, he did not.
The rule was
don't look in the back because you never know what you're going to see.
Well, don't look in the back because you know what you're going to see. But 2, don't you ever come in here with that stupid pilot garb on. I want you in a T-shirt and flip-flops. I want you to look like you're going to the beach, not flying, me around. So I would not, we go to the FBO and all these real fancy people had their pilots all dressed up with their.
Oh yeah.
We look like some straight white trash hillbillies rolling in.
Yes, and you know what? I think that that's actually better because I think it's stuffy. I'm around private jets quite a bit.
Yeah.
I have a friend that works for a private jet. So they have to wear stuffy. They don't have to wear stuffy clothes, but they have to wear polos, which is fine.
Yeah. I'm sure your private, your people that you are much, I had a twin prop Willie here. I'm sure you're like on G6s and things like that, real important stuff. Yeah,
it was a G6.
All right. Well, listen,
a major football player, a major football team.
Right,
so.
Tom Brady. So anyway, good talking to you, and thank you for
nice talking to you guys.
Thank you for the insight.
Definitely pilot hijacking.
Pilot hijacking. I was hoping that you were doing, some type of hijacking on my penis, but it's not going to happen.
No, you don't want it anymore.
I don't. You know what? I don't even want it anymore, Pedro's wife. I've been trying so hard for it that I'm kind of disinterested.
I promise the next time you guys have a party, I'll come to that one.
When you didn't make Barb, like Blitz, that was kind of the disappointing factor when she didn't make. We had all this build up, Pedro, the flight attendant's wife, and then,
I'm telling you, we got to get childcare. It's so hard to come by over here.
Yeah, well, stop having kids.
We did, trust me.
How many do you guys have combined? Yours, his?
3 total.
And are they all? It's my understanding.
2 are his from a previous marriage, and then we have the 4-year-old together.
And which one is the hardest to handle?
The middle one.
Which is his.
Yes. Well, and the 15-year-old. We just had 6 cops at our house 2 days ago, or last week.
Oh, so tell us about that. That's great.
Well, your kid, when he has a stupid mouth and mentions something about, other kids had mentioned to him why his backpack was so big, you could stick a bomb in it. And he goes, yeah, sure, I know where I would put it, too. 6 cops rapidly show up at your house.
That's how woke and stupid we are as a society. Please.
Yeah. He wasn't the one who said bomb, but he did say yes, and I would know where to put it.
We're playing stupid kid word games at this point.
But then if you don't investigate and something happens, then then you're in trouble.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And we totally welcomed it. However, what happened to the kid who mentioned bomb?
Now, did your kid get in trouble at all?
Yes, he's in suspension. He had finished out the week with suspension, and rightfully so. He should have known better to walk away, but he doesn't because he's so desperate for friends, and social interactions that he doesn't know when somebody's trying to bait him and trick him into being an idiot.
And he's 15?
And he's 15.
It's time to get him laid.
That's my husband's job. But, you got to be able to talk, especially to girls, to get laid.
Yeah. Not really anymore.
The poor kid's got no game yet,
Right. Well, you should tell him, you got all kinds of games. You used to roll up in the cockpit 3D.
I tried to tell him in some sorts of way that he's got to, improve his talking points.
Mm-hmm. Is he a good-looking kid? Should he be doing?
He could be. He could be a good-looking kid. We got to get his teeth fixed, but he could be a good-looking kid. He is really good-looking, but he's just not good-looking because he can't speak.
Right. Sounds like you're very frustrated here. I feel like I just really touched a nerve.
Yeah. You did.
Pedro's man, am I dogging my kid like that? I'm not dogging our kid.
Yes, it's okay. Our kid has some problems too, man.
The 4-year-old is he a monster? Is he a monster?
He is. He is a little terror. He's got my personality.
You know why he hasn't got his ass whipped enough? You got to whip that ass.
No, yeah. I don't know what happens when I'm gone.
See, that's the thing. You guys see. When you don't spank, you gotta spank, and if you don't spank, they turn into monsters.
They're monsters, anyways. Like you said, it's a woke society.
If you spank a kid reasonably, no, you're not going to go to jail if you reasonably spank on the ass with your hand. There's nobody going to send you to jail. Your kids have you believing you're going to go to jail because that's the scuttlebutt around middle school or around the school that your mom, just tell your mom and dad that if they spank you, you're going to call the cops. Well, if they call the cops and all they can prove is that you spanked their ass with your hand, and all there is a hand mark on that kid's ass, you are not going to jail. There's not going to be any problems at all. That is acceptable form of punishment.
It should be corporal punishment in schools at this point.
And you can even leave a mark as long as it's your handprint. As long as it's your handprint, you're gonna be okay.
Well, Pedro keeps asking me to spank his ass, so
yeah, I think that's the whole problem in itself. The only one that's getting their ass spanked is Pedro with the Latin Whopper.
Aaron, please spank my butt.
Yeah, with the Latin Whopper. Him and Lummy are in the Latin Whopper Club.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed the party because I heard you guys were so amazing.
We were so amazing, and it would have been.
And I heard all the people there were so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All your guests. So
yeah.
I'm sorry that I missed it.
It's okay. You probably won't get invited next year.
Probably not.
But
I might just have to beg my way in.
You might have to. So anyway,
to all the listeners, feel sorry for me.
Good talking to you, sweetie.
Nice talking to you guys. Have a happy weekend.
Thank you for the insight.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, but were those two females, were they Southwest? 'Cause I guess there's another daughter crew that fly Southwest.
Yeah, they were Southwest.
Is that them?
Hold on. Let me see here.
America Strong. The dream come controls in the cockpit for Captain Holly Pettit as she introduced her co-pilot.
Mine were way more.
That's her mom.
As the first ever mother and daughter to pilot a Southwest plane.
No, the one on the left looks like Cher's kid when
like Howard Stern.
You know
when they had Mask.
So
the kid from I think it looks like the kid from Mask.
Rocky
looks like Rocky from Mask.
I joke about women flying and all that because they're just as good as anyone else. Like who cares? But I don't think I'd want a family like a mother daughter, a father son even.
Yeah, what if they're on their periods?
Well,
together?
no, it's not even that. It's like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't want a family up there.
You're right. You're like, Blitz, I should say you shouldn't be able to be related to the first officer. The people flying the planes,
captain.
People flying the plane, the two people in charge of the plane should not be related.
Right.
Just because they could be, it's easier to be in on a bad deal if you're related.
And
right?
it's harder. It's what if they have problems going in? What if there's other issues?
And there's really not as much of a checks and balance system with regard. If you got a captain and you got a first officer and they're not related, but they're comrades nonetheless. And all of a sudden, the captain. Let's say the captain is doing something inappropriate with the plane, like trying to nosedive it in. The first, and they're not related,
or just do something like that's probably just not safe. Like that's whatever. They're not trying to do anything bad, but it's like not safe, and you're afraid to call them out because it's your mom or whatever.
But if it's just your coworker, you're like, hey, Captain, I don't think we should be doing that.
Yeah, and you have less loyalty to a coworker than you do to a parent or a daughter.
Exactly.
Yep.
But if it's your dad, you're like, hey, Dad, I'm not going to tell on you or nothing.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, if you're a first officer, you're like, hey, I'm going to report that back to corporate because that's not procedurally correct.
Right.
Yep.
But if it's your dad, you're like, Dad, I can.
And realistically, I don't care if it's two women, two guys, like a woman, a guy. I don't care. Like that doesn't really matter.
Let's just take the relation out of it.
Yeah, that's it.
No, you can't be related and fly the plane. Because your dad would be like, oh, really, buddy? You're going to tell on me? I'm going to lose my whole pension. You son of a bitch. Then you got to take care of your dad when he's pooping his diapers.
That's true.
Because he didn't have a pension anymore because you told on him because he hit one little switch he wasn't supposed to. We got it all figured out.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Immediately.
Hold on. I lost my clip.
Yeah.
I have to make on the urine. If that's okay.
Good morning, Fin 202R, WVU Fan 82, 21 months.
Are you alum?
I'm alum. Alum.
Lum, I'm going to put these motherfucking Uber guys on notice. They're fucking throwing trash in our ditch now.
Oh, what the fuck?
You should see. There's like fucking ice cream wrappers and shit. I took a picture of it. I'm going to go beat the fuck out of them. Those fucking Uber drivers, they now...
Oh, on the weekends, like when I come out for the goats, they're hanging out there. Looks like they're taking naps. Like 3 or 4 of them. Throwing shit. That's not cool. Is the trash still out there?
Yeah.
All right, I'll get it and I'll save it for Sunday and I'll go and throw it in their car.
Fuckers.
Alright, there we go. Boom. I haven't seen the homeless guy, HS Bubba fan 69. He's beating up the fucking Uber guys. Just say Redneck 25. Good morning, honest Katie, bro.
Correct. Starving. Thank you, Mom. Lindsay Scott Funk, 25, Lummy.
Nice, thank you, Lindsay Scott Funk. A lot of women been donating lately. Run fix, cat.
Oh, I got me a good ass motherfucking sandwich. I wish I could show it to you guys.
Big motherfucking sandwich.
But I cannot. Oh, but I can play a parody and not get in trouble, can I?
Yes, you can.
Fuck yeah. I haven't been able to do that in a long time.
For a couple weeks.
Parody sometimes save me.
Now you can enjoy your sandwich.
Oh, thank you guys. Let me we're over 1,000.
Oh, we've been showing over 1,000 for the last probably 30, 40 minutes. Foley Gym, 49 months.
Are we making 1,000 our bitch?
That looks yummy.
1,000, bitch, easy.
Come look at it.
Ooh, that bread looks good. That's keto bread?
Keto bread.
With salami and ham.
And bacon and ketchup.
How many animals?
You like bread just by itself, don't you?
Oh, fuck yeah.
One of these days I'm going to bring you one of these pieces of keto bread for you to try.
And it wasn't the 2 that we tried before? Because you brought in 2 that we tried.
I don't think so. I got this new stuff.
It looks better.
Do you like it toasted?
Yeah. But freshly toasted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like warm still. But I'll eat bread fucking soft and plain, that's fine too.
You like bread and butter?
Oh, fuck yeah. Anything with bread. Who doesn't like bread?
Bracken
Love
31, 100
bread.
bits.
Love anything that's a fucking baked anything.
Is bread one of the oldest forms of food?
No. I mean, are we talking like berries and fucking...
No, but like when did they invent bread? I think I'm going to ask that question.
Well, they had it during the Roman Empire, so it's been at least probably 20... I would say probably about 3,000 years they've had bread, probably.
But bread is a really good source of food because it
doesn't
if all you had was a hunk of bread, you know, you could get by, you could probably live off that.
Yeah. Let's see. When was
Fort City, 48 months.
bread Invented.
I wonder who invented bread.
8,000 BC. Holy.
See, I was right.
According to history, the earliest bread was made in and around the Middle East, specifically Egypt.
You might want to say you're sorry to me because I think
I'm sorry.
I think I nailed it.
I think you did. Grain was crushed and the bakers produced what is now commonly recognized. The corn was the first known grinding tool. Grain was crushed and the bakers produced what we now commonly recognize in its closest form as tortillas. Chapatis.
I wonder what the first bread looked like. Probably just like a fucking hunk of like a
We got
roll.
a bread timeline.
Sunbelt Rental Studios. It's
I'm going to tell everybody. we have a
10 minutes ago, it was never bring this up on the air. Well, guys, I'm telling you right now, I don't want to talk about it
I'm just
on
going
the
to tell
air.
you, we have a rat problem.
My spice, baby. My spice, baby.
All right, stop. Set bait and listen. Rats are crawling and they're on a mission. Stealing food daily and nightly. Open up the fridge, one tried to bite me. Will I get caught? I don't know. Turn off the lights, it's a rat chateau. The kitchen looks like it was hit by vandals. Bringing food to work is a gamble. Splat! When the traps go boom, the AC vents will be their tomb. Rat problem, Big Red's gonna solve it. They found his Hall of Fame bust and mauled it.
My spice, baby.
I got traps up. I got glue traps up. I got Big Red on the deal. I got the merch crick on the deal. They're so good that they can get in and get out and not get smashed.
Yep.
My spice, baby.
Yeah, they get smart.
Over the traps they're hopping. In the kitchen cabinets they leave droppings. Bubba can't hide it, there's no faking. If you leave food out, it'll get taken. Ozempic makes him eat less, but the rats ate his weight in Cheez-Its. Chewed through Jay's microphone wire. When he tried talking, it started a fire. Filthy! They came from the dumpster, now they're in the studio drinking Monster. Love me! Thinks they can be tamed. He already gave each one of them names. It's hard for him not to form a bond. There's more rats in the walls than fish in the pond. The Goat Report is fun on Sunday. Now they resort to Mousetrap Monday.
So we got rats, and they're eating the Cheez-Its and ketchup packets.
They eat all of your Nutter Butters.
2 cases of them. 2 cases.
Not that you would eat them anymore.
How do they eat 2 cases?
Feel like I'm playing Super Mario Brothers or something.
Horrible.
I say horrible.
Horrible.
That's the music you pick out, buddy.
I don't know what I was on during this track.
I know what you're on. You know what you're on?
Vodka and
Stupidity.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, Dark Man Steve, that Mice Baby is pretty good. Pretty well done. Don't forget, if you like to get on the Ozempic diet, Dr. Dan can do it with his nurse. Is it a nurse's? No.
Nurse practitioner?
I think it's nurse practitioner or
physician's assistant.
Physician's assistant or something. She's hot as hell. First of all, her name's Emily. And it's about half of what these clinics are charging, and Dan can do it. And it can all, I mean, I don't care if you live in South Carolina. 8888, 4-8s and Diacos. And they can do telemed and ship it all to you. Show you how to do it. It's nothing. It's a insulin shot that you put like in your arm or your belly or whatever, subcutaneous, and it's like nothing. Like it hurts more to get like a mosquito bite. Seriously. I'm so good on I could give you a sub-Q shot, you wouldn't even feel it. You'd be like, ah! And I would have already been done, and you wouldn't know that it was gone.
Yeah, I'm a bit more pain tolerant now thanks to jiu-jitsu. Almost got my arm ripped off yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't.
You're blue, though. I mean, you're blue.
I'm blue, but there sometimes. Well, I don't. Whatever.
What?
So I just
You
hope
can't say
certain
I'm
people,
blue, but then sometimes, whatever.
Well,
I don't
I'm
understand
debating
that.
about whether I should, say certain things because sometimes you run into smelly pee issues, right? That
Did we
seems
get
to-
another smelly pee yesterday?
Thank God, no smelly peas.
Only one smelly pee on the deal so far.
No smelly peas, but sometimes the girls are not small, right? And a lot of times when they're going against another girl,
And you are
they're
kind of
just like,
small.
like I can go full throttle with you because we're both chicks. I'm like, yeah, we're both chicks.
But you're 270.
But you're bigger than the boys. Like
you're 170.
Yeah. One of the girls outweighs me probably by about 100 pounds.
Like
but
when you
she's
fought,
tall.
like when you fought Carmen.
No, that was like maybe 40, 45. We're talking like a solid 100. I mean, she's over 6 feet tall.
Yeah, but
She's
doesn't
tall.
she realize that? I mean, you're just 118 at its finest. Like she need like.
Yeah, so I mean, I definitely try to go lightly, if that makes sense. Like, I don't use a lot of force because I try to show her with my movements, like, I'm not going hard, so you can't go hard, sort of a deal. Like,
But that
we're just
bitch
trying
goes
to-
hard on you.
Well, it doesn't take much for her if she has me in mount. Like, I'm already,
Out of breath.
I can't
Your
even.
ribs are already crushed.
But like, I can't even mount her properly. Like, my knees aren't on the ground.
Oh, like when you try to mount me.
Kind
It's like
of.
you're on a big mountain.
Yes.
You're mounting, all right. A mountain.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, Bubba, Las Vegas Mario, how you doing?
Who's this?
Las Vegas Mario.
Hi, Mario. How are you?
Hey, good. I had a question. Yesterday I was listening to the sports show, and somebody called and put over Babyface and said he was good on the sports show. When are you going to be on the main show? And Babyface like, well, whenever Bubba's ready to call me. What's up with that? Is he going to come be on the main show, or is Babyface holding out?
No, I mean,
It's been on before.
I
think you said that yesterday.
Well, hold on. I got to find my calendar.
Yeah, when are him and Regina coming in?
First of all, I think I got Babyface scheduled for me and Brent Hatley and him, better known as the Killer Bees. That's on Thursday, the 30th, and then I think maybe him and Regina might be coming in on the 23rd.
Oh, what is he talking about?
Yeah, it's Brian
It's
trying to
just
get more
Brian trying to
airtime.
be a martyr,
Yeah.
being a toothy martyr, son of a
The last
bitch.
time I stand up for him.
Yeah, come on, Mario. You're better than that.
Come on, Mario. Quit getting worked by the tooth.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye, buddy.
I like during the Hot Mic Bubba when you said to everyone, I wish I could show you guys my sandwich.
Yeah, and there's no cameras on there.
I saw it.
I know, but we were me and Rhett were talking, and we're like, what's...
Man, it was a good-ass sandwich. It was
Right,
pepperoni,
but-
ham,
but
turkey, and
what was
bacon.
stopping you from showing people the sandwich?
Because then it shows me eating it like a fat ass.
Well, no, I mean, if you showed it and then put your hat back on
Right,
it.
because you're like, man, I wish I could show
Man,
you guys
I feel
this
so much
sandwich.
better too. My
No,
I was
I thought-
sorry.
Only there was the technology.
I showed Anna.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
It was the
from
whole
now
farm.
On, from now on, I'll show you.
Well, it's just that you were saying to people, oh, man, I wish I could show it to you. I just can't.
Yeah.
Because I'm eating it.
Well, he
And the
didn't eat it. He didn't, just at first.
And I got to eat it like in 5 minutes.
And you guys were talking about bread and all that. The first bread made trillions of years ago, it was basically like a flat bread, nothing,
Yeah, it wasn't like
not
in
leavened.
loaf.
It wasn't leavened.
It wasn't what?
Leavened.
What's linened?
Leavened.
Like yeast.
Didn't have yeast in it.
Oh, well, how do you make bread with no yeast?
You make matzahs.
Yeah.
Don't you know the story of Passover?
No. Laugh at me all you want. I'm not Jewish.
I believe you. Well, that yarmulke says otherwise, but yeah, it's just they didn't have time to.
That's just to hide my bald spot. That's not a yarmulke. That's a bald spot.
Oh, sorry.
Now, what's Passover? What's that mean?
I mean, Blummy could probably tell you more about it than me, but
Is
it's
it a Christian deal or a Jewish deal?
It's an Old Testament deal. It's a
Oh,
Jew
I would
thing.
say it's a Jewish
It's a Jew thing. It's a Jew thing. We have a Seder. It's actually coming up. I don't know when. Sometime around
okay,
Easter.
so since it's a Jewish thing,
Yes.
I don't feel comfortable with saying it the way you do.
Passover is the 5th.
Of
April?
Yes.
Okay. There
Okay,
you go.
what does Passover... Hold on, a couple of things. Don't get ahead of yourself. Let me ask the questions.
Yeah.
One, what does it signify? And two, what do you do?
So it is. It surrounds the story of you know this guy Moses.
Yeah.
That
What
story?
is what Moses super kick ass?
Allegedly.
Well, I mean, he freed the Jews.
Yeah. Again, who knows if
Hold
this
on.
is all real
A
or
man that freed your people would be, one would
he
think.
got us lost for 40 years, Bubba. The stupid
Yeah.
idiot didn't know his way
couldn't read
around.
a map.
He got you away from Hitler, though.
Well, or
Well, yeah,
or
you're
the
right.
Pharaoh. It's
No,
the
you're
same.
right. He did. He was like, we got to get out of this Hitler thing, and so he left for 40 years.
Moses rolled over in Germany and said, "Hey, all you Jewish people, let's get the hell out of here. Follow me. We
That's
might get lost.
That's actually exactly what happened.
We might get lost.
News to me.
But it's going to be better than being in one of those camps that Hit wants to put us in.
Yeah.
Hit don't play.
Hit don't play.
Let's get the hell out of here. And those poor Jewish people are like, Moses, we'll follow you wherever we want, as long as it's not on a train going to somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, Moses hated Hitler.
He should have. Everybody
Yeah.
should hate Hit. He's a dick. Hit's a dick.
Yep.
So I know that Moses wasn't around during the Hitler deal.
Right.
It was close, though.
10 years before. But what happened? Moses
Moses,
goes to the
story
Israelites.
of Moses is that okay? So the Jews were enslaved by the Egyptians, right? They used them for free labor. You familiar
Really?
with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that when they were building the pyramids?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. Why not? The stuff, the infrastructure, all that sort of thing.
So if you're a Jewish person,
It's funny because when I think of Jews, I don't think like good work people. I don't think like strong, like
No, I think smart. Right. No, I do. I would think that Jewish people would have been able to outsmart the Egyptians and say, "We're not going to be slaves. We're smarter than you are." So no.
Well, Moses wasn't smart either.
Oh.
Yeah, he got
Right.
lost for 40 years.
Well, he couldn't speak well.
Like Lummy.
Yeah, he parted the Red Sea.
I mean, deep down, man, Lummy's way more
he had to have
smarter.
he had his brother speak for him.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
He parted the Red Sea, Bubba.
Yeah.
Okay,
you think
so-
they could really part the Red Sea, please?
That's how
If you jump from high enough.
All right, so
Moses was born a Jewish person.
Okay.
And his mother was like, "Well, I don't want my kid to be enslaved." So she puts this little Moses in a.
Is that where he put him in a basket?
Yes, in a made out of wreaths.
Whatever, it was a basket.
Reed.
And he
Oh,
floated
God.
down there. He floated down the river.
down the river, gets picked up by some like Egyptian princess or something, or wet nurse.
Was she hot as hell?
Princess's slave or
All right. Well, it gets picked up by somebody and he gets intercepted. He basically gets absorbed into the royal family. Right?
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
pretty much.
All right.
That sounds like a great story to me.
I don't know. I honestly, there's a lot of gaps
I don't know,
in my
dude.
memory.
Say it. Whatever, dude.
Whatever, dude. He finds out he's a Jew. Blah blah blah. Forget
Hold
how.
on. So Moses' mom doesn't want Moses to be little Mosey to be a Jewish slave.
Little slave Jew.
Now, are they living in Egypt at this
Yeah,
time?
they're living in
and so if
Egypt.
you're born a Jew, you automatically get enslaved.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Yep.
that's not cool. So
No.
Moses' mom, now, Lummy, do they have a name for Moses' mom?
It does start with the M.
Yeah.
Mary?
No,
it's not Mary.
That's some goy stuff.
Monique? Was it Monique?
It was Monet.
All right, Lummy, you being a absolute
Jochebed?
Lummy,
I
you
don't
being
know. That doesn't
let
sound
me just
familiar.
ask old girl. Hey Alexa, what was Moses' mom's name?
Moses' mother was Jochebed.
Yeah.
Jochebed. Okay, so Jochebed.
And the Pharaoh daughter deal was Exodus.
Well,
I'm looking it up. I don't know.
Jochebed would be like, "Hi, I don't want my little baby being a slave. I need
Right.
to float him down the water."
Float his little baby ass down the river. Yeah.
So how many days did he float down the river?
I think it was like a day or so.
Yeah,
A few hours.
And they found a baby crying, and then
Poor,
they
hey,
brought it. 'Cause
put
she couldn't
Walker in
have
a bag.
baby.
Walker will be doing the backstroke the entire time.
Exactly.
My man, he said, "I don't even know. I'll get the hell out of this basket, swim myself." So Moses is floating down. Let me ask her. Hey, Alexa, how long did Moses float down the river?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, 40 days.
See,
40 days.
No,
No.
see, Bubba, the thing with time back then is, they it's way off.
Well, no
like
shiz.
in the Bible, it could have
40
said like
days
a week.
floating down the river.
It could have been like a week, and
Like a
it
big
was
ass
like an
fish
hour.
wouldn't have got, like an egret wouldn't have got him or something
And
like that.
this says that Moses' mom did that because the Pharaoh ordered all newborn Hebrew boys killed to reduce the population of Israelites.
That is true too.
Whoa.
Well, that's kind of dumb, especially if you want to keep your workforce.
They
but-
want to keep the workforce, but they wanted them to not outnumber the natives, basically.
Yeah.
All right. So you
So
have
they
a baby.
couldn't
We're going to
couldn't
kill it,
rise
or you
up.
can float it down the river for a few days.
Yeah, because the Pharaoh was scared that the Israelites, whatever, would rise up
The
if they got
Israels.
too many people.
All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, Moses end up in a basket, floating down,
It's
and there's
moseying
this
down
hot.
the river.
Okay.
Ooh,
Hey,
maybe that's where it comes from.
hey, Alexa. What woman found Moses in the river?
From Wikipedia.org, the Pharaoh's wife Asiya, not his daughter, found Moses floating in the waters of the Nile.
Yeah, in the
Surprised he didn't get eaten by a hippo.
Wikipedia says the Pharaoh's daughter.
All right, but hold
All
on.
right, well, whatever.
Isn't the Nile a very dangerous river?
Yes, it's the longest river in the world.
And it's got like alligators and crocodiles
Hippos.
and big ass snakes. You don't think a
Hippos.
big ass anaconda didn't think that? Look at that little kid, little Scooby snake.
Well, that's the thing about the Bible, Bubba. It's probably a lot of it's not true. So
Well, and there's also reports that one of the Jewish servants of the daughter found Moses and knew it was a Jewish kid and brought it to her.
Oh,
to be
yeah, I
saved.
kinda remember that.
How can you tell that a Jewish kid
maybe
from
it was circumcised. I don't know.
I mean, the kid's just
they
floating
looked at
down
the
the
kid
river,
wiener?
too.
I'd have a foreskin.
I mean, oh, hey, this kid ain't got no foreskin. He's a Jew.
Wish.
Ish guy.
Yeah.
Kid. Hey, you little Jewish kid.
Well, why did Moses leave that family?
Because he killed. They were
Moses killed? I thought he was a good guy.
One of the guys,
the slave masters.
Yeah, slave masters was beating a Jewish guy for no reason or whatever, and he went and killed him, and then
Kicks
obviously
ass.
he couldn't be protected anymore.
Have they ever had a movie about Moses?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Are you from Wisconsin now?
Oh yeah. And the Ten Commandments. Remember that movie from like the 70s?
There's been a lot of Moses movies.
And my mom
You've probably seen
I
it.
watched Planet of the Apes instead.
I think the same
Yeah.
guy was in Moses' Planet of the
Oh,
Apes.
no. Some real famous actor played Moses.
That's- yeah.
Wasn't it like Francis? Wasn't it like I don't know.
But remember,
I don't
he talked to God at the burning bush.
Yeah, that was
Now, did they show God?
No, it was through the burning bush.
They never show God.
And probably was Charlton Heston that played it.
It was Charlton
Wasn't Charlton
Heston.
Heston the guy that played in Planet of the Apes? Or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
Well, that's a hell of a resume. I was Moses and I was Planet of the Apes. That's some range right there, isn't it? Right?
From his cold dead hands.
Yeah. So Moses grows up Egyptian, nonetheless.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now is his life mission to free the Jews?
Yes, because supposedly at the burning bush, God said, "Go back to Egypt and free the Israelites."
Yeah, because he fled after he killed the guy, and then the burning bush told him to go back and get the Israel. The
Fish on the
Israelites
J,
out.
$20.
So then they have the 10 plagues, and I guess it was like a threat. Like if you don't let the
Release
Jewish
them.
people go, then like you'll get locusts.
All right,
and-
so hold on. So Moses rolls up to the head of the Egyptians.
The Pharaoh.
who I guess
the
was like a
ferret?
father figure to him, right?
The ferret?
The Pharaoh.
He walks up to the Pharaoh and says, "Hey, Pharaoh, I
Let
realize
my people go.
I know that I'm your son or your adopted son or one of your sisters or daughters or bitches found me on the river and you've raised me up in royalty and I wasn't killed at birth, but you have enslaved my people and I was talking to this bush that was burning and I'm just see if I think
No,
I'm kind
you're
of
right so far.
and listen, guy who has raised me all my life and given me super cool stuff. And one of the greatest thing you gave me is I didn't get killed. I mean, that's the greatest.
Appreciate ya.
Thank you, sir, Dad, stepdad. And then secondly, I got to think that if you're he was living the life of luxury, right? I mean, yeah, right. So he goes to this dude, talk about an unappreciative mother effer, and he goes, "Hey, I was talking to this First of all, I'd have him admitted immediately if he was my stepson. Hey, Dad, I'm not very thankful for you giving me life. I'm not very thankful for being raised royalty. I could have been a slave and had to, do all that nonsense. But when I was out back yesterday talking to this bush, and there's this dude named God, and he's like in charge of everything, and which means he's even in charge of you. And he's told me to tell you to let all the Jews go immediately, or he's going to put like some kind of locust plague on it.
No,
I'd be
there's
like,
a
you know what,
bunch.
you need some more rest there, son.
They turned the water into blood and frogs.
Right there in front of his dad?
Locusts.
No. It was like the next day. If he didn't release them, then God put
What
down.
now? So what did what's this guy's name? The main
Moses?
No, his dad.
Pharaoh.
I
don't know which
so
one.
when Moses told Pharaoh about all this crazy, fairy tale land stuff, did Pharaoh say, "Get the hell out of here, bitch"?
Correct.
Crazy ass talking to a bush kid.
So
What's up with these kids nowadays?
Getting back to the Passover deal, the 10th and final plague was the death of your firstborn son if you didn't put lamb's blood over your door. So the angel of death would pass over and save the firstborn son if you put lamb's blood on the door. So sure enough, Pharaoh doesn't believe in this, and he doesn't put lamb's blood on his door, and God kills his firstborn son.
Oh, and now all he's got
So
left
now
is
he's like,
Moses.
oh, this is the real ass deal.
So Moses tells him, hey,
I'm warning you.
Pharaoh, if you don't put lamb's blood on your door, my big brother, who's not really my big brother, but your son but the guy that I was talking to at the bush is going to kill Jimmy.
Every firstborn son.
Yeah.
Everyone, yeah. So and Moses told all the Israelites that day or night, whatever, to pack all their stuff or everything they could carry because they were leaving at daybreak.
And that's where the matzah came from. So they put they baked the dough, but they didn't have enough time to leaven the bread. So they just put the dough on their back and it baked in the sun and made matzah, which is like a cracker.
Yeah, for 40 years.
Yeah, it was
Man.
super
And
dumb.
just think.
After
he
like
died,
40 minutes, I'd be like, I think we're lost.
He died when he almost made it to the promised land.
Yeah.
He could see it. And
Dude, it was like 200 meters away.
Hold on. How old was Moses when he died, Bubba?
Oh, God, this is...
56?
Close.
Yeah, close.
He was 120.
Well, at that point, man,
'Cause,
I'm sorry you didn't make it to the
Because
farm.
back then, they lived to 120, you know?
back
Yeah,
then,
Methuselah was like 1,000.
Didn't Jesus die like at 33 or something? Larry Bird's number?
Yeah.
No, they said he died in the 30s.
So if Jesus died in his 30s, why would you let Moses roll around to his hundreds?
Most everyone in the Old Testament lived to like 130.
Which is not even like, we have the finest medicine known to man compared to what they had. They were eating like, bushes and stuff to
And living in a desert.
Well, yeah, the bushes were burning back then.
Yeah.
Been talking to people.
Yeah, we don't have any talking burning bushes these
Hello.
days.
Good morning, Bubba.
Yes. They must have been on some. They must have been on some good stuff back
Did
then.
you see the pictures? They were on like growth. They're all ripped up.
Yeah, well, I mean, you think how ripped up you have to be if you're fighting off lions and snakes and having to build pyramids and everything. You'd
And
be
parting the Red Sea.
yes,
And
sir.
intermittent fasting.
Go ahead.
Bubba,
For 40 years.
I saw you on TV, man. You look really, the way you look so much better now than whenever you did the interview about Macho Man. Like you look really good, bro. Now, like
I'm looking a little better. Looking a little better.
Look, yeah, man, yeah. But I wanted to get that out to say that to you. But I wanted to talk about the On Patrol cop show for a second. Can we talk about it for just like 1 minute? Did you guys watch any of it this weekend? Anybody?
No, I'm not. I'm not familiar with it.
Were you on it?
No, I wasn't on it, but there was a part on there where there was this a certain color of a person that was doing a field sobriety test, and she failed 7 ways. I don't get. Stevie Wonder could have seen that she failed. That's how bad she failed, and they called somebody to come pick her up and let her go. Take her home, and the cop was the same color as this woman was. And if it was any of us right now that can hear me or on the phone, we would have been hung out to dry.
Well, I mean, that's your interpretation of the whole deal. I have not seen it, but I can certainly understand where you're coming from.
Man, it's a clear. I mean, if you ever come across it or you get a minute or you find it, it's clearly biased, 1,000%.
Where did you see Bubba on TV?
Well, the A&E Macho Man
Oh, you
deal
said he-
that
I
Billy
thought
Corbin did.
I thought you said he looked better then.
No, he said,
No, he said looked
better now.
No, you really do, man. I look at chins and stuff like you lost the whole chin, Bubba, for real.
Well, thank you.
One chin down.
Thank you. I'm gonna go, and I'm going to bed today, like at 2 in the afternoon. I just want everybody to know that. It's my new sleep regimen.
I wanted to tell you that, Bubba. But if you ever look at On Patrol, maybe it's online and it's the DUI.
I'm sure that it's got a YouTube presence. So I'll go look it up for you. Okay,
It's on
bud?
like Reels, I think, now.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah. All right, Bubba.
All right,
I appreciate the show, man. Great.
Appreciate
show,
you,
man.
buddy. Appreciate
Seriously.
you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
for the
sir.
heads up, buddy. Appreciate it, and thank you for the compliment. Hello.
Yeah, hey, I wanted to chime in on the Jesus talk.
Yeah, we like that. I mean, it's to each its
Bible
own.
time.
Go ahead, it's Bible time.
Man,
Old Testament.
Hey, this is Justin from Oklahoma City, man. I'm a big-time follower of you guys. You guys are sitting here talking about the MH370 crash with all the technology and all the videos, and we don't know where that is. You guys know what Moses ate 10,000 years ago. Come on, man.
Well, we agree.
Buddy, we're kind of being a little bit sarcastic in the fact that I think that's all a big, stupid, nonsensical bunch of bull crap myself.
It is a bunch of bull crap, man. Fuck Hogan. See ya.
Okay.
Well, I didn't, but Heather did.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
We can't use that for the previous.
I know.
Freaking guy.
I'm sorry,
Freaking
Chad.
guy.
I will, from this point forward, thank you for the.
There's an Adderall shortage.
I will. Again?
No, there's been one. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Good luck on trying to find any.
I got mine. My lady says one guy hasn't had it for 6 months.
My lady?
My doctor.
Your drug dealer?
Mm-hmm.
Moses, was he even a real guy?
No.
No, he was not. Moses was just a guy. The Drews? Amram, Jochebed. I thought her name started with an M for some reason. Like Myra or some shit. Who is Moses' son? Did he have Gershom and Eliezer? I don't know these people. They seem pretty insignificant. He wandered for 40 fucking years. Big Wonder, what's up? Yeah, dude, I know, Donkey Teeth. For real. Big Hands John, good morning. Good morning. Those Bible stories are dumb as fuck.
I'm practically slobbering.
You're slobbering? That's so candid. Yum, 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 yum. The Ark of the Covenant, isn't that in Jerusalem? I honestly don't know. It's really sad. I don't know anything. It's like, but then do I really care that I don't know fake stories? Like, oh, I'm not really well versed with fucking Peter Rabbit and the Three Bears or some shit. Like, who cares? I mean, you could say the same thing about Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. Like, who knows if it's just like an urban myth.
I mean, they're as real as Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Who fucking knows? It is so dumb.
It's dumb as fuck.
Like, when you start talking about it out loud, you're like, oh yeah, this person lived 130 years and they threw the baby in the basket that was there for 40 days. And then the locust
Easy,
and the frogs.
easy. We need to fucking say this for the radio. Anna, your hair looks beautiful today. We need to say...
I put black people product in it, Bubba.
What?
I started using black people products.
Well, it looks good as fuck.
Thank you. It was like shea butter and stuff. It smells really good.
Bubba, I just went outside and looked at the ditch. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a homeless
Yeah, I don't know
fuck.
shit, I told you.
I've seen him walk around with that shit before.
Like that Jello fucking yeah.
I've seen him walking around with like.
I'm gonna kill him
with a spoon,
No.
like eating that plastic shit.
And he just leaves it right in my fucking ditch.
Yeah.
I'm telling you one thing. I'm gonna get Blitz. I'm gonna make Blitz mandatory to get my fucking airsoft guns going again, and I'm going to fucking
shoot him up.
I mean, if I just poke the rifle in between
Oh my God.
If I just poke the rifle in between, Lummy, the bushes, and I just lit their fucking cars up, the windshield.
Woo!
Can you imagine what it would sound like? They'd have to be fucking.
Oh fuck yeah! And that homeless guy.
Yeah.
He knows the Hampton Inn gimmick too.
What's that?
Go get the free breakfast or whatever. He's
Oh.
always walking there.
Fucker.
Or walking from there.
I'll shoot that motherfucker.
Get some Jerry curl.
I'll airsoft the ever living fuck out of anybody that gets on my property. It's not deadly either.
Get off my lawn.
These fuckers are throwing trash in my ditch, motherfuckers.
It's Brian's fault because he's feeding that fucker. Guys sleeping at Tom Bean's place.
I know Blitz is trying to keep me not getting in trouble, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna airsoft them. It's not a deadly weapon. It's not even a BB gun. It's plastic. Can you imagine if you're sitting in your car and you're just Uber and it's like 4 in the morning and all of a sudden you just start getting riddled with fucking airsoft? Wouldn't you be freaked the fuck out?
Oh yeah, and all those fuckers are napping too, or like laying back. Let's light some fire. I can't. Damn it. Light some fucking fireworks off.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. Blitz, I got a question for you, and I'd like a straight answer.
Okay.
And I'd like for you to try to work with me, and I'd like to try to do this, and you're going to have to help me. I may not be able to. You might just put your foot down and say, no, we can't do it, but if there's a chance we can do it, I'd like for you to help me.
Okay.
And that is these Uber and these homeless people have now gotten on my last nerve, and they're throwing trash in our ditch now. I came back from the gym, came over here from the gym this morning, and there's like all this trash by our keypad, and I'm pissed off, and at all hours of the night, doesn't matter what time I come over here, these Uber drivers are now that place across the street's been fenced off, they now are, right in the AAA building.
Correct, next door.
So what would get me in less trouble if I fired a bottle rocket at their car or if I riddled their windshield with plastic airsoft?
Ooh.
I'm thinking plastic airsoft because it's not an explosive.
It's hard. I mean,
Now, is plastic airsoft considered a deadly weapon? Or is
no,
it
but you're still not allowed to do that.
Oh, you're not?
No, you can't just randomly shoot people's cars and just say, well, it's plastic.
But here's what I'm thinking, is that I get that little stool that we got out back, and I just for me to get over the wall, not actually physically over the wall, just enough for my fat little peanut head to fit over the wall, where I can take one of my buddy Gino from Valken, he's like, listen, anything you guys need, including new stuff, like I'll send to you, like whatever you need. So let's take that out of the equation. Whether we take ours and make them, fix them and put new batteries, or we just get some new ones.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. We'll get a couple of them. And then that whole area is full of bushes, and I get like a sniper position, and they're over there by the dumpster, the Uber Lyft guys, and I stick my barrel through the bushes. They can't see me because we got, is that at least a 6-foot wall, if not more?
Yeah.
Okay. So just my little peanut head. Maybe I'll put a black little stocking cap on, paint my face.
You can use my ghillie suit.
There you go.
Bubba, can I be on the other side so then we can do both sides so they don't know where it's coming from?
Well, I have to put you.
I could be like where that picnic table is, all the way in the back, shooting from a distance.
You mean on their side of the property or my side of the property?
Their side.
Oh,
That's where they hang out, though.
But
No,
here's the
I'm
deal.
talking
But
about,
let
like,
me now
coming back.
that requires you to have to get off my property. We can hide over here. We can't hide if you're now running across the parking lot back over to home base.
I'll put a ladder in that back part where the goats are and hop over.
Lummy, you can't listen.
Okay, how about I get a position on top of the container?
Well, let's just talk about this, Lummy, so I can shoot it down. So keep going. Brian.
So Blitz. So I take a position on top of the storage unit. Lummy, you can't take a position very quietly or stealthily. You know that.
Yeah, it's true.
I was thinking about how about just a little jump? How about just a little ladder right beside me and we catch him from two angles?
Okay, perfect.
But Blitz, what if we aim at their hubcaps?
Okay.
And we just light this. And I got to think, if you're in your Uber car and you're just listening to some music, or maybe you're playing with yourself, it's hard telling what you're doing. You're just waiting for your next fare to come through.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, you just start getting lit up with non-lethal little plastic bullets that we aim to the hubcaps. Don't you think that would just freak, freak you out?
It would. I just don't know how legal it is.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things we don't do legal.
I understand.
You think the cops are going to come over and say, hey, I just want to let you know that at 4:40 in the morning, there was a report of something. Like, what are you talking about? We got blink cameras and everything. I'll show you my blink camera. Of course, Blitz, I'll show him the camera that's not facing that area.
Course.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like them back there either, and I'm going to try to think of something we can do. But I mean, like hoses you can use, super bright flashlights.
What about
right in their face?
if we fill water balloons up with liquid ass and throw them on their car?
That would probably be a problem.
Yeah.
How
you'd be better off putting
How
it
about
like,
a big horn?
Yes, noise would be good.
Maybe I can get Matt Heller. Blitz, we could run some electric out to one of the storage units, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cut a hole in the storage unit facing out there.
Yes.
And then just,
You could also maybe get like a squirt gun, put liquid ass in the squirt gun.
Oh,
okay.
Something like that.
Okay. And I don't think you could get in trouble for that.
I mean, you're probably still not allowed to, but
Cop coming. Hey, you got any liquid ass? No. I don't know liquid ass. I don't even know what that is.
No, we don't know that.
Plus, that guy might not even know.
Well, then the cop's a fan, and then next thing you know.
Here's the bad part is if, especially Uber drivers, like if they were there, didn't leave trash, like who cares?
I'm most mad for the poor little AAA guys. They get their place like right now. There are 5 or 6 styrofoam cups because when I came back from the gym this morning, I looked specifically. I'm like, look, these guys is poor part. You know what? I'm gonna go over to go talk to the main dude, Lummy. Blitz, I'm gonna go over and talk because Lummy, they like us now.
Yeah,
you know that,
of course.
The one old timer was a dick, and then I patched it up with the dude.
I don't think that works there anymore either.
What's that?
I don't think he works there anymore.
The old timer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the main dude, Blitz. I'm gonna say, hey, listen, do I have your permission? Because I come to the studio about 4 in the morning. And there's always sometimes 2 or 3 guys. Do I have your permission to run them off and tell them to get out of here?
Well, here's what I was saying before. So if they didn't throw trash everywhere, they're actually good to have around because it's people and eyes watching. But the problem is they throw trash everywhere. It's
I got
why
cameras,
would you do that?
bitches.
I'm going to take a picture of that homeless kid, and I'm going to...
Please do.
I say we start giving that out, too, because that guy's suspicious, man.
That guy's 7 foot and scary.
I didn't say homeless. I don't want them around here because...
Oh, no, I've seen him eating those Jell-O things, and he has the Hampton Inn thing down.
Hold on, you saw him what?
He's eating... Well, there's a bunch of Jell-O containers out.
Oh, Jell-O things, okay.
Yeah, that's in there.
Blitz, if you shoot a person with a airsoft in the back while he's walking away from you, and he doesn't see you, and there's no proof of it, and you're not killing a guy or, just leaving a few little...
You're not even hurting him, really.
No, he's got a couple jackets on and stuff. I mean, did it really happen? That's like saying if, a tree fell over in the woods and nobody saw it, did it really happen?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to advise against that, but...
Right. The thing about the homeless guy, I almost feel, Lummy, that we leave him alone because he's not messed with us at all.
No,
Now we are locked down.
I
disagree.
I disagree as well.
I think he's one of the ones littering because he uses that through a cut through for Hampton Inn all the time.
All right, so do you say, because Lummy, I'll come, I'll confront him, and I'll confront him with you recording. Do I say, hey, we got you on camera littering and throwing stuff into our? Can you stop doing that, please? Or Blitz, what do you hit him? Like, what do you do? First of all, he looks like Manute Bull.
He does.
I mean, he does. He looks like Manute Bull's brother that only made it to 6'11".
Or we're gonna kick you out of your home, which is Tom Bean's place.
Yeah,
that's where he sleeps.
Tom Bean, his philosophy was, I've ran him out of here 50 times. He always comes back. Now we're just gonna deal with it, and he subsequently picks up all of his trash there.
Yeah, brings it to ours and throws it in our spot.
That's because Tom tells him to.
So Blitz, what would you propose?
Hey, look, I'll let you stay here as long as you take all this trash and go throw it over there at the BRN.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to start with today. I'm going to go over the AAA guy, and I'm going to say, do I have your permission? Because I get here early, way earlier. I don't think they get there till like 8.
Right.
I'm going to say, I get to the studio sometimes as early as 4:15. Can I, if I see them parking in your parking lot, can I physically walk up and tell them they need to leave and act like this is my parking lot?
I will say, I mean, that's a good way to do it. Just be careful going up to someone's car at night because they have the right to defend themselves if they think you're trying to get in their car.
All right, well, I'm going to have a flashlight.
That makes it worse. Or makes it harder for them to see you. So, I'm just saying for your safety, not legality, for your safety. Be careful.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'll pull up my golf cart with my lights flashing.
There you go.
Because listen, my new golf cart from Big Mike, Southwest Footer Golf Carts, looks super. Blitz, have you seen the light package on it yet?
Not on. No.
All right. Well, I wish it looked a little more police. And a little less
tow truck.
No, a little less security guard.
Gotcha.
Because like the smart car looks police.
Here's
doesn't it?
Yeah.
I could be your backup, Bubba. Like when you go up in your golf cart, I could roll up with the smart car.
I'll just show. If I rolled up in my smart car full lights, they don't necessarily know like what that is because it's got green lights. Doesn't have blue, but it's got red, white, strobes,
orange. Yep.
And I rolled up there and say, listen, you cannot, parking patrol, you can't. Can you tell me, Blitz, what I need to do, please?
Honestly, I would get a couple of those. They're made for animals, but the motion sensing sprinklers.
Oh, yeah?
So anytime they're back there, just the sprinklers fire up.
So you run a hose over the wall?
Just at the wall, basically.
Yeah, but they're going to go turn them off or cut the hose or something.
Well, then they're damaging your property, and then you can shoot them. I mean, I'm not being serious, but
right. Well, I'm going to try the friendly way first. I roll up with my smart car because I mean that thing. Lemmy, when you turn that thing on,
oh yeah.
I mean it's. Hold on.
I'll say, just be careful at night walking up to someone's car, like knocking on the window or whatever. I mean,
but if you roll up with all lights rolling, then they can't say that you startled them, and you don't. You just pull beside them and roll your. Oh, I probably have a collection call here. Hold on. Hi, it's Bubba. You're on my show. We're live. What can I do for you? How much do I owe you? Where do I send it? Exactly.
Yeah, just for your safety, just be careful.
Okay. But nonetheless, rolling up in an over the top obnoxious.
A few feet away, roll your window down and kind of give them the roll your window down signal deal.
Yeah. Roll your window down, and I stay. I don't get close to them. I stay, a car length maybe away, and I go, "Hey, you can't park here. I'm security for AAA, and you can't park.
Just say you're security.
Yeah, I'm security. I'm parking security.
Yep. And you don't have to tell them for who or where or whatever.
Maybe I'll even badge them because I got a badge.
I'd be careful with that too.
Oh.
Just say you're parking security. Or just say you're security.
Blitz, what if I just had a badge that said security on it?
You might be all right there.
I'm security.
Yeah, security.
And you're not. We don't allow over. But get the hell out of here,
mm-hmm.
bitches.
You're not allowed to park here.
feel like calling AAA right now. How much time's left in the show? Oh, it's almost 9 o'clock. Now, is this the weekend that we move that we get screwed an hour?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anna, your man probably won't get back till Sunday, and so you might want to catch up on your sleeping this weekend.
That's the plan. And my drinking.
Naba, are you going to see Naba?
Naba and myself and some other gals are going to brunch
Sunday?
Saturday.
Oh, brunches can be Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They can be any day you want.
I thought brunch typically for girls were Sundays.
It usually is, but someone couldn't make it on Sunday.
Speaking of Saturday, Bubba, are you doing anything special for,
Oh, my mama.
Yeah.
No, we're doing something the next weekend at a kind of a fancy place.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, Bubba, it's FTE Jim.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, I just want to tell you, you might want to let Shannon Burke know about your golf cart hookup there. He was talking on his show about Mrs. Burke might want a golf cart to ride around in.
Oh, not only am I gonna tell him about it, but I'm gonna take a picture of it. He's gonna be so jealous, be crazy. I'll be like, look what I got, buddy.
Yeah, he was saying Kim wanted one to ride around in their neighborhood and stuff.
Yeah,
with.
I got the best golf cart. It's a 4-seater. It's lithium battery. It's got lights underneath it. It's got lights on top of it.
And the seats look awesome too.
Man, I got a custom Mexican tuck and roll job. Hell yeah.
That sounds badass.
By the way, flgolfcarts.com is the website. Whether it's repair, whether it's trade-in, whether it's consignment, whether it's whatever, they got it all. E-bikes, e-motorcycles, everything.
All right, I'll get off here and listen.
See you later.
Thanks.
See you,
Bye now.
Trucker Jim.
So, Lummy, maybe I can. I'll deputize you as a security guard here. Okay.
Yes,
we'll have a big swearing. We'll have a big.
Deputize you.
We'll have a big swearing in party. Like Rummy, raise your 3 fingers like you're a Boy Scout and be like, I, Warren Garrison, promise to uphold all parking procedure rules.
Promise to follow all parking procedure rules.
And as an official BRN security guard.
As an official BRN security guard.
There you go. Hey, Lummy, too bad that I sent back those FBI shirts.
No.
Can you imagine if you had your hat and your shirt on, you rolled up there like FBI's worried about parking at the AAA building.
I don't know if I said on the air now or if I told you when me and Rhett were coming out of the elevator, there was somebody else leaving, and they're like, "Oh my God, that was the FBI."
I mean, it was so believable. I mean, they were. I don't even know how they can sell those shirts.
They're allowed to.
I know. I mean, I know, but I mean, like, they're real FBI shirts. You can buy a real FBI shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You could. I don't know that you can wear it.
Yeah, you can.
Like, you could. Like, could you
if
wear
you
it?
go to like gun shows and stuff, they have every federal agency hat and all that. You can like the real ones.
I know. Like, aren't you impersonating?
If you do something to impersonate, then yes.
But if you're just wearing it because it's a hat.
There was a lawsuit about it. It's probably been 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago now that someone got arrested for wearing a hat of either FBI or CIA or something, and the judge said, it went up pretty high, either Supreme Court or something, and they said no, you're allowed to wear them.
One time I was in Knoxville, Iowa, at the Knoxville Sprint Car Nationals watching Danny Lasowski. This is in 2005. August of 2005. It's right before we started Sirius. I had my deal done.
Oh.
And remember, I had 2 years off. I had a year and a half off.
Running for sheriff. And
I had a year and a half off that the Clear Channel iHeart paid me. And so I was just traveling, doing cool stuff. Well, Denzel, I went up to Terre Haute, and Denzel had this shirt, and it said, I still have it to this day, I think. It's a black long sleeve shirt, so you have to wear it when it's a little bit cooler. And it literally says, it's all black, and it literally says police on the front and the back. And Denzel gave it to me in Terre Haute. I don't know if it was when I was doing a ride-along or whatever, but he gave it to me nonetheless. I don't know that he gave it to me to keep, but I kept it. And so I'm in Knoxville, Iowa, at the racetrack. And I'm wearing it because it was cold, and it was like one of my favorite shirts. And I wasn't trying to impersonate anybody or arrest anybody or tell anybody I was the cops. I was just wearing it, literally. Like I wasn't, Well, a cop came up to me and said, "Are you on the job?" I go, "Well, no. What's that mean?" He goes, "Are you a police officer?" I go, "No." And he said, "Well, you can't wear that shirt."
He's wrong.
And I said, "Oh, I can't?" And he goes, "No." I said, "Okay. I'll go back to the hauler and take it off." So you know what I did? I took white tape and put the police. And I went back, and he, sure enough, I told you to take that shirt off. I go, "Have you ever heard of Sting and this group? Do you know what they're called?" He goes, "Well," I go, "They're called the Police. They're a famous,
Roxanne."
Yeah, and he called his supervisor, and they didn't do anything.
Yeah,
His
no,
supervisor probably knew that he couldn't do anything anyway, but I did put the word "the" on it.
I mean, like legally, you could wear a full police uniform. It's the impersonating part that's the problem.
It's the minute you go, "Ma'am, I have some questions to ask you because I'm a police officer."
But you can dress however you'd like. You can wear a shirt that says whatever you want.
Yeah. Blitz and Rat and a few others we were doing something. We were doing a high spot that involved them to wear FBI. God, did you guys see the footage on that? How good that turned out?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Anna, you have sexy hands.
Oh, I do?
Is that the first time you've been handcuffed?
Yes.
Nope.
Nope.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
I'll send Erica over there to get them. She knows she'll get them the fuck right out of here.
Oh, of course. Of course. Easy peasy.
And sweetie.
Paul Riviera says, "No face, no case."
No face, no case.
Lummy, I'm going to get an air horn. I already have one for my pickup truck that I never put on.
Oh, there you go.
So, Anna, would that work? Would that work?
Yeah.
I mean, because it's a ones that you use for an auto. I could make as a station. That's what this one here is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just get a mini air compressor.
Yeah.
Put it in the storage container.
Yes.
Lummy, we cut out however many holes.
Yep.
How many horns are there? 2 or 3? Anna. With the pickup spare tire.
Oh, 4.
4 horns.
Yeah.
So let me. We just cut 4 little holes out.
Yep.
Then we fucking take some of that foam, so the rats can't get in there.
Yep.
And foam, but they eat right through that. But whatever. So it's at least watertight, and we have a button.
We just hit it.
And if those fucking guys were next door and they heard.
They don't have for 38 months. They'd get the fucking scooting.
And then we shoot them. And no face, no case.
Is that what the law says?
Yeah. And Lummy, we just fucking rattle them up on their hubcaps.
That's right. And they're out of here.
Lummy, we'll go over there and put the Crown Vic over there one day and practice.
Oh, okay.
You know?
They won't park there. They probably think it's a police car. It looks like.
Oh, we should put it. I got one of those old school.
Oh yeah, the
big
old
bubble ones. For real.
Yeah,
At the track, I got one of those big ones like they had in '86. Twin bubbles. Nice. Big bubble light bar on it.
That'd be funny.
Yep.
And if you fucking hooked it up to a fucking battery and just had it running all night long.
And they spin so slow, they're like.
Yeah. And they actually have physical mirrors in them.
Yeah.
There's mirrors in them.
Spin and
Like
stuff.
cop.
Yeah, Lemmy, we could record, but then if we record it, now we're documenting
Yeah,
it.
then you got your face on camera.
And now we got the fucking face case. Have I done better help? I have not, have I?
Oh, no, you have not.
Did you see that story I put in there of that teacher that put that kid in a chokehold?
I know. I'm gonna talk about that next.
I was like, that's me.
And she's in trouble.
Yeah, she's in a lot of trouble. That kid fucking. And they referenced jujitsu too. She's probably like all excited.
Oh, she was demonstrating it? Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't.
she
You
probably got
can't
excited.
do that.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
You know he took a pie face fall to get paid.
You got, dude. You have to be one of the stupidest people to think that's okay to do.
It was a chick too.
And I'm not saying it should be okay to do.
It was just really funny.
It can't be.
She's trying to flex on them. She's trying to flex on them kids.
Hey, how about the fucking hottie right here?
Yes, queen. Man, the things I would do to her.
I would, that bitch.
Things I would do to her.
Man, you should see Pat Maroon's fucking wife. She is straight fire.
Oh yeah, the little Italian chick, little spinner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I do those dogs. I make her so hard.
From her jugs.
Her pussy dogs.
You're getting off of brazen over there by your man.
Sorry. I put my pants right in her hoops.
You should have seen Bella did get that fucking drone, a little bit of it.
Oh, yeah?
She nipped it and took the lens cover off.
Oh, nice.
She hates it though.
You need to fly yours.
I don't know how to do it.
It's easy.
These 6 minutes go so fast, I get kind of depressed. Let's go back up to 8. We're 52 hard out today. I'm telling you that right now. I ain't got much left in me. You think we could skip an after show today?
You're the boss, man.
We're already skipping tomorrow.
So
Well, I mean, we need to put the air horns in the containers.
Yep.
We could probably mount them on the outside of the containers, could we not? Aren't they?
Yeah.
We wouldn't even have to, just mount them on the... And then just run an air hose line through it.
Yeah. Matt would probably give you a whole other system.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, it's first time leave.
Sure does, Dark Knight Steve. And some other shit.
Lummy, we could actually mount them like right in the middle of the fence.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really close to them. And then just run the air hose,
Back a little bit.
God damn. For being so little, you got powerful sneezes. Gross.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. That's BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com.
/BTLS.
Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react a certain way that we do until you talk things, through with somebody. If you're... Hello? Sounds like a phone ringing. If you're thinking about starting therapy, you gotta give, or you might want to try to give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited for your schedule. All you gotta do is fill out a brief questionnaire, and they're gonna match you with a licensed therapist. If you'd like to change therapists at any time for whatever reason, there is no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com
/BTLS.
/BTLS, and that'll get you 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com
/BTLS.
/BTLS. Thank you, BetterHelp. Hello.
Hey, Bubba.
Yes.
Been hearing you guys talking about Matt Heller. Do you guys have any kind of code with him? I'd love to get a system for my Duramax.
I don't, but I could probably get a hold of Matt fairly quickly within a day and said, hey, Matt, can we do a Bubba code and for like 10% off or something?
That would be awesome. Hey, this is Patrick Porter up in Vermont. Sorry, man, I can't contribute a lot.
Oh, listen, all you got to do is go to our Facebook, go to our YouTube, watch the videos. That's it, buddy. Download a podcast. None of that costs nothing.
I know. I do every chance I got.
Okay,
I've been listening.
That's all we can ask, my friend, and that's all we expect. That's it.
All right, man. I've been listening to you back from the serious days.
Appreciate you, bud.
All right, take care.
Lummy, what was the general consensus yesterday on the sports show as with the Aaron Rodgers situation? Has Babyface and Rhett, by the way, the Pomeranian you're on, has there been any changes of opinion?
I don't know about Rhett. I think he's still pretty holding strong there, but Babyface was saying, yeah, it doesn't look good. It does not look good for the Packers.
There was a report came out this morning, and this is more of a general report that people cling to for clickbait, but it said the Jets came away from their conversation with Aaron Rodgers very confident that they are going to get a deal done, but I don't know if I've ever heard a team come away from a free agency meeting and say anything else. So
yeah, like man, that one really sucked. There's no chance in the world.
Yeah,
I can see where they get rid of him. I can see where they're tired of playing the game. I can see where you don't have to have necessarily an Aaron Rodgers Hall of Fame quarterback to be competitive in the league. I think that if you build a good defense, you got a good running back, and you got a quarterback that's a little bit mobile, which I think, Love probably is, that you might be able to, maybe get rid of him. But then there's a part of me saying that the financial, ramifications of this contract is very, very complex. And, I don't know that Green Bay, and at the end of the day, if Green Bay doesn't want to trade him, it's not a mandatory thing, is it? It's like if Green Bay says, no, the deal you're giving us is not sufficient, he either has to retire or stay a Packer, right?
Yeah. An hour ago, this story came out and said...
How long ago?
An hour.
Okay, an hour ago.
The Jets feel they're right on the brink of completing the trade. So they're on the brink.
But is it my understanding, Rhett, that if Green Bay doesn't get what they want, that they don't have to trade him?
Correct.
Yeah, they don't have to, but...
they have let everybody assume, though, that they're just going to let Aaron Rodgers do what he wants at the end of the day. Like, based off of what they've said in public, based off of the way that Aaron Rodgers has talked candidly, it seems like it's really up to him.
What if the Jets, though, jip him and be like, hey, we'll give you 2 number 3s?
No, they wouldn't do that.
So
they wouldn't even waste their time.
I think the Jets are, because they're so gung-ho on this, that the Packers see that, and the Packers are going to run them over the coals. They have put all their bags, all their eggs in this Aaron Rodgers basket that I think they're going to grossly overpay for him with regards to draft picks. I think it's 2 1s and 2 2s and maybe a player.
Yeah, but that's the whole poker part of it too, Bubba. Because you have the Packers go to the Jets, they're like, you know what, we'll just stick to it. Then the Packers are now kind of, and Rodgers like, well, I'm retiring.
And I know the Jets were better last year, but they've always had a lot of resources, so I'm sure they have plenty built up from years of just playing like ass. So at this point, when you're a team with a lot of resources, you're looking at what other teams are doing. The Bucs did it to win Super Bowl 55, the Rams to win 56. Denver did it to get Russ. I know that didn't entirely work out, but
that was probably the worst trade in the history of the league.
You are not going to compete in the NFL unless you have a proven quarterback, and teams are selling out, mortgaging their future to go get these guys, and some of them are getting Super Bowls. And if you're the Jets, you give away all these pieces that you've had for years, to maybe win a few more games a year. People are going to be happy about it. They're definitely ready to probably overpay for him. Yeah, I'd think.
What do you think? Just speculative. What do you think? What do you think they give for him? I'm saying 2 1s and 2 2s and maybe a player.
Ballpark of what you said. Maybe this year first, next year first. A second, a third in there, and then probably a player or some player package.
And what player what player in your opinion do you think the Jets would be willing to give that would get the Packers interested?
Probably a receiver. I'm not too familiar with the Jets roster. I know they got a couple of guys. There's like a smaller white guy named Braxton Berrios who's really good utility underneath. He'd be a good number 3 for the Packers. They got
now you're taking away. But now you're
from the Bucs.
Hold on, but now you're taking away one of Rodgers' weapons.
I don't know about taking it away. You're giving him another one with another disposable receiver. You know what I mean? He's a cheap guy for them. He'd probably be a lot more help to Green Bay than he is New York right now.
I don't think they're going to have to give up that much. I think what they're going to do is they're going to take more money on from the Packers, which will save them that.
Can they do that? Can they say, listen, you got a cap hit. You got a cap hit of whatever. We're gonna. I mean, when you're doing a deal, a team can give cash too.
Yeah, you can give them cash.
I mean, could it be, okay, we're going to take over his contract and then the, $35 million of dead cap money that you got, regardless if he plays with us or not, we're going to give you $25 million cash.
Yeah, they can always use that for like a signing bonus or something that's off the cap.
Because it's gonna be a sign and trade, so they're gonna have to fix that contract anyways. I think before the trade goes through.
And I don't think.
And that all has to happen by the 15th, doesn't it?
Hold on. So if the Jets give them money, the Packers money, that doesn't go against the cap or anything? How does that work?
It just comes out of the Jets' pocket, goes towards
it goes out of the
Packers.
pocket,
They
and
can
then
use it for whatever.
If the Packers want to, have put a little extra signing bonus, that doesn't go against or an incentive. That blows
my mind that we're not talking picks and play. We're talking about where they can just write checks now too.
They've done deals in sports history before for hot dogs.
What?
Oh yeah, in baseball back in the day, they used to trade guys for supplies and equipment and food.
Yeah, cook machines.
Yeah, but there wasn't a salary cap issue back then there is now. So,
but I don't think there's going to be that many draft picks exchanged. I think it's going to be more on the financial side, and I think that for next year, I think the Jets will probably even give conditional pick to see how he plays, whether he plays in 24. Because Rodgers could go out next year, or and kind of just play okay and say I'm done. Well, I mean, I think the Jets are going to try to play it smart too. Or maybe they take more financial hit.
The Jets might
first.
be like, listen, the first rounder we give you this year is locked in, but then the first rounder that we give you in 2020,
it's conditional on how he plays.
2024 is based on whether he is on the roster or not.
Yeah, and how he plays the year before. If he gets hurt and blows up, maybe they only get a 5th round pick for it. He retires, they get a 4th. Yeah.
If they don't make the playoffs, if he starts this many games. It was kind of like a couple of years ago when Carson Wentz went to Indy for that year, and then I don't remember what the condition was for the Eagles, but it was it was a first-round pick if he started every game that year.
If he started every game.
Phew.
And he didn't start every game.
He got hurt the last 2 No, he got hurt.
I thought he started that last game against Jacksonville.
Did he?
Played
Okay, I know he broke both his ankles at some point or sprained them. But yeah, I mean, that could be right on that too.
So, I mean, are we all agreeing that he's gone, though? Is he gone? Is there any chance at all that he ends? I mean, it's looking now even the scuttlebutt.
You remember last year he had everybody fooled he was probably going to retire or leave Green Bay. This is exactly what he wants.
I know, but you know what?
He wants
Brett,
everyone to be on the radio show this morning.
I'm a hardcore Aaron Rodgers fan. I would love nothing more than for him to return to the Green Bay Packers, but I'm getting a little over this whole nonsense.
Unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers is also a really big Aaron Rodgers fan, and he's basking in this right now. I think he's going to pull the rug out on the Jets and just restructure with Green Bay. That's still what I think is going to happen.
But then what do you do with Jordan Love?
Ship him off somewhere. He'll go play. Bucs need a quarterback.
And then when Aaron Rodgers retires next year, the Packers
are really screwed.
They're looking like the Bucs right now.
Connecticut is now facing several criminal
What's up, Shorty? Shiz.
charges after she allegedly put several 5th grade students into a chokehold. This happened at Brookside Elementary.
I was hell yeah.
So there's this math teacher, she's female, and she was showing the kids how to do a jiu-jitsu type, Muay Thai type chokehold. And she submitted one kid, and he fell down like a bag of potatoes.
It was a little girl. But
in Norwalk. And in one case, a child lost consciousness and had to.
Well, and then she did, Anna. Then she did the choke right, the hold right, did she not?
Well, did the girl tap?
No, the girl didn't tap.
She didn't tap.
Well, that's what you get for not tapping.
I mean, listen. She recognized taps.
Be treated by the school nurse.
I mean, she should have said, "I recognize taps." So if you get to be a little fuzzy, give me a tap.
Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon is live in Norwalk.
Who? Sonia Rincon?
Sonia Rincon.
Lost consciousness and had to be treated by the school nurse. Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon is live in Norwalk with the very latest. Sonia.
Yeah, Liz, usually when we hear about chokeholds in the news, we're hearing about something that police are not supposed to do because it's dangerous. Well, in this case, a teacher who was working as a math coach is accused of putting a 5th grader in a chokehold. Now, this was supposed to be educational, a demonstration, but the school district says that student fainted. The call to Norwalk police came from Brookside Elementary School on Friday, February 24th.
Letting us know that a staff member there, a math coach, had rendered one of the students unconscious.
According to the police reports, it happened while teaching a group of 5th graders a defensive jiu-jitsu move.
Yeah! Hell yeah!
I was like, oh, dance me.
Yeah.
Demonstrating on 3 of them. Someone alerted the school nurse.
The student regained consciousness, it says the reports within seconds.
Okay, well then there's nothing to see
Whatever,
there.
little Mackenzie, get over it. Walk it off. Walk it off.
Whatever, little Mackenzie. Now you know what to do when little Lisa gives you a tough time,
Yep.
right?
Any idea how it came to be that she was teaching them martial arts when she's a math coach?
You know, so the investigation is still ongoing. We're not sure exactly why she decided to do that.
An investigation that resulted in an arrest a week
That's teacher of the year for me.
Yep. One chokehold minus no breath equals pass
later. A
out.
50-year-old Stephanie Sanabria at her home in Danbury. She's facing serious charges, strangulation, risk of injury to a minor, and reckless endangerment.
Clearly, I don't think she knew what she was doing.
That's a little.
I mean, if she did.
Hold on, is this a fry? Is this a Connecticut fry?
Let's see.
I think this is a Connecticut fry on
I've never heard one before.
Right, listen.
Risk of injury to a minor and reckless endangerment.
Clearly, I don't think she knew what she was doing. I mean, if she
That's a.
She didn't know what she was doing. Do
And
you have another
reckless endangerment.
Percocet?
Clearly, I don't think she knew what she was doing. I mean, if she did, I don't think she would have intentionally choked them out.
Parents hearing about this say while they don't think it was intentional, they're wondering what she was thinking. The school district, which
All right,
alerted
well, there's nothing illegal for what you were thinking.
the police, says Sanabria has resigned.
It's scary, you know, to think it could have been my child or someone else's child that I know.
Now, the Norwalk Police Department says the school district reported the incident right away, but the arrest didn't happen for a week because when the Special Victims Unit has to question and interview children, they have to do that with a lot of sensitivity and they have to be very thorough. Sanabria is due in court this Friday and has to answer to those very serious charges.
Man, those charges are stupid, and that teacher's also stupid for doing it.
I mean, yeah, I'd be like,
come
if
on.
I'm Judge Clem, I'd be like, you know what we got here? A couple stupid situations that have collided into each other.
Yep.
And listen,
Look, if you want to resign, that's cool, but that's all we're gonna whatever.
You need to not be a teacher anymore. We're going to take you know what the punishment's going to be? We're going to take your teaching certificate away. You don't need to be teaching kids. This was a boneheaded decision. You know, but like this is part of gym class, and you were actually the curriculum was, you know, you were teaching self-defense or something like that, but not during math class. So you know what? Listen, Zanelia, whatever the hell your name is, I'm not going to put you in jail and like that. Obviously, you weren't trying to hurt the kid. Right. You just were doing a demonstration that probably wasn't.
And you're an idiot for doing it.
Conducive to the environment that you were trying to teach in.
I wonder
You're
why-
an idiot, and I'm sorry, but I'm throwing this out of court.
I wonder why they kept calling her a math coach.
Right.
Like they weren't calling her a math teacher.
Because there's math coaches.
What?
There are math coaches. They have them here in Florida.
What do you mean?
What is that?
It's a specialized teacher. So all they do is teach.
It's basically a tutor, but not called a tutor.
Well, I mean, but they're technically paid higher than teachers. But they're the specialist. They're a math specialist. So like, if a teacher knows it's math, these teachers come in and but it's kind of tutors him. But they're
Talk
like
about
higher
us
up.
woke ass pussy
How
ass
is that different
society
than-
that we're
okay.
living
A
in.
math teacher?
Jesus
Yeah.
Because
Christ.
it's a specialized.
Because they don't have an actual class. that they
Because the
teach all
teacher's
time.
not
Just
good
like a
enough.
one-on-one deal.
No, it's the whole class. But you go in almost like a Spanish teacher. You just teach one subject, so you go in and you're like the professional of the math. There's history coaches. There's
How is that different than a teacher?
How's that any more confusing than, like, for instance, Phil Hummel is a history? Is he history?
Well,
It's like everything.
math coaches are
What is
pretty
he?
much for elementary school.
He does special ed.
It's for
So it's like whatever.
Your
But
dad-
sorry, go ahead.
My dad
Yeah, how
does
do-
special ed, so it's whatever.
Let me explain this. I don't.
You keep explaining a teacher.
I'm confused.
No,
Let me. You're explaining a teacher, a math teacher.
It's an
What's the
elementary
difference
school.
between a teacher
it's
and a coach?
specialized person. You know, like when you had Spanish class in school in
Yeah,
elementary
from a
school?
Spanish teacher.
That's what a math coach is. But it's not a teacher. They call it a coach.
Why?
Because they want it to be known as different. Because it's like a teacher in elementary school. You have your teacher. So the teacher teaches 5 subjects.
Are the coaches made for the 62s?
No, they're made for the whole class.
But when
They
you're
go
in
in
high
and
school, you
specialize.
have a math teacher, an English teacher. It's
I
not
just
like
said elementary school. It's elementary school based.
Oh, okay.
They go in and they specialize teaching math, history, reading.
Hold on, you're saying that most elementary school teachers have to teach
teach you
all
everything.
Correct.
whereas this particular teacher only specializes in math or history or whatever.
Reading. There's like usually 3 of them. It's a reading coach,
Interesting.
Math coach, and I think it's history or it's something else. But
Okay, yeah, don't get all crazy. Just because you're still seeing a math coach and we're not doesn't mean you got to be so mad at us, buddy, because you're on the elementary level. Oh, you didn't find that very funny?
I did.
No, you didn't.
He laughed in his head.
Nobody popped on the deal. Hung me out. Everybody did. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Sorry.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
The flies.
Here. Oh.
Want to go to whoever's out to work?
Look at her, but she's so big and out there.
Why are you so no snowman?
She's like one of those rap guys' girlfriends.
Huh. Lizzie Tiz, 40 months.
What is it is?
I got a very reliable source who is a teacher that says a math coach works with the teachers, not the students. Teacher teaches the teachers and plans the lessons with them.
And they also go in and teach the students.
That's from a teacher.
I know. Since they're teaching the teachers, they still have to help the teacher teach the students, especially if the teacher doesn't get it.
Interesting.
Exactly, Kay Garner. Well, it looked like the math coach was with a student when she choked him out.
Oh, frig yeah.
Just a stupid specialist position. Waste of fucking taxpayers' money.
I'm going to bed.
No,
7 months.
not yet.
Bubba, did you work arms today? Your forearms are popping.
A little bit.
Your forearms are popping.
They're really popping, Bubba.
Ooh,
On
they
camera.
should make a parody on that. Like, instead of my lip gloss is popping,
Look at the biceps.
my forearms is popping. My forearms is cool.
See, Bubba, that's how you should roll up to the Uber.
Don't touch the
drivers.
kids.
Holy
even
shit.
Jesus, save some for the rest of us.
I've been training a little bit.
I can tell.
A little bit. Looks like you're doing 2-a-days.
Shut up, Lummy.
Jacked as
Ass
fuck.
smoker blower.
You're jacked. You're a jack-o'-lantern. So jacked.
You guys are just fucking with me.
Nope.
Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh. You're a jackal.
I often wish it was we were back in the 80s. That was the best time to grow up.
It really was. I just remember shitting myself and drinking out of juice boxes. The 80s were great.
I remember fucking trying to finger a girl and fucking get my dick sucked.
I was coming out of a pussy in 87.
Yeah, I was trying to get in pussies hard in
Hey,
87.
Epcot. Woo.
They're shitting themselves. Egg sweet 32 months. Nice shoes, Bubba. So when I grunt 414.
Oh, is that the stuff with the tread? Don't tread on me. Morning Big Longer. Oh, Squeeze-Its were the shit. Hell yeah, I remember Squeeze-Its. Fruit roll-ups. Like the cool ones that were horrible for you. Those were the best. You like roll it all out and just like, whatever. Shit was ballin'. Little mama rushing the stage.
I'm high G, 34 months.
Answer the phone. It's Call Me Michaela. There's no one on the fucking phone.
That's right, Will.
Yahoo? What was it called? Yoo-hoo? Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo. I was fucking drinking Yoo-hoo.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the
Quick after show today because I'm excited. I don't know what
I got into, but something has just got me spun out. I trained today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, tell you're popping.
Your arms are looking good.
I did,
Did you put your leg up?
I did mostly legs
Well,
today.
you put your legs up, Bubba? Whew, those calves.
Oh, stop, Lummy. You're such an ass blower upper.
I'm just reading what chat says, Bubba.
Smoke up.
And how I feel.
I did do legs today with a little bit of back and a little bit of shoulders. I had the merch crick dying.
Yeah?
On legs. Oh, yeah. She's like, I don't want to do another set. I'm like, you're doing another set, okay?
Too bad.
How did she have such a great body with just eating, bread and bacon?
I don't know. It's going to catch up to her, then I'm about to break up with her.
Poor thing.
I'm just saying, I remind her all the time, man, this is going to catch up to you.
I don't think it is.
I don't know. I hope not. Gonsville.
Gonsville?
I have to have hot. I can't date somebody that's not hot.
They got to fit the template.
Yeah. I mean, please. I'm very shallow in that matter. I'm not going to date a big girl. I'm just not. Won't have to. I'm not Rhett. I'm Bubba Clem.
Fred doesn't have to. He prefers it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
seeks it out.
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, Rhett, have you ever dated a really, really, really hot chick? Like a super hot, like an 8?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, there was one chick I kind of fumbled the bag with.
Fumbled the bag with. And that's no pun intended, huh?
Mm-hmm. No.
What happened? I mean, she was really into redheads?
No, I mean, it was like my first real girlfriend. We were together in high school for like
I mean,
a
I
year
fumbled
and
the
a
bag
half.
on every one of my chicks. Period. Please. So you're in high school, and you got like one of the hottest bitches in school.
Yeah, she wasn't. I mean, she wasn't like as hot at the time, but she was pretty. She was cute.
Unsavory character says Bubba makes the crick walk through a cardboard cutout daily. Yeah, I have a NASCAR like template that she has to. I run over her whole body.
Poor thing.
It's tough dating me. We got in a little bit of an argument yesterday.
Oh no!
She said no, Daddy, for the first time.
No, a pretty big one. I had to really. Yeah.
Was this before or after the game?
This is before the game.
Oh.
What was it about?
I'm not going to talk to you about it.
Oh.
Well, she lost my Tampa Tarpons jersey.
Oh no!
What?
Yeah. You know how Tampa Tarpons made me a jersey?
Yeah, the custom
and
ones.
so I was thinking that would be probably a super cool thing to wear yesterday.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, of course.
I mean, even though the Tampa Tarpons are affiliated, they're the single A team for the Yankees,
doubt.
and that's their field. 11 months out of the year, that's their field.
And the majority of the people working there work for the Tarpon.
Right. Well, so I get home right after the show, hurry home, and she's like, I can't find your. And I told her before I left, I need you to find my Tampa Tarpons jersey. So she was looking for it, and then Lummy, she went over and picked up your hats.
Oh, nice.
And shipped a bunch of those out, which was not as time specific as finding my Tampa Tarpons jersey.
Of course not.
So she didn't really look for my Tampa Tarpons jersey. And I got home and I go, hey, did you find my Tampa Tarpons jersey? And by the time I got home, we only had about an hour before we had to go to the game. She's like, oh no, I'll start looking for it now. Well, she couldn't find it. Oh. So I'm over there. I'm going to the game and I'm like, you know what? You didn't manage your time very well today. She goes, well, what do you mean? I go, well, I mean, those hats that you went all the way over to Largo to pick up and then came back and then worked on filling 35 of those orders, you could have done that on Thursday nonetheless. And so everybody gets their hat one day later. They all thought we weren't getting them until the 13th. We happened to get them, way earlier. And you could have found my Tampa Tarpons jersey. And she was like, I'm not even going to tell you what she said.
No. She talked back to you?
Yes, she did.
She
Good
said,
girl.
She said, I'm sorry, and didn't say daddy.
No, I'm not into that. She snapped back at me a little bit.
Oh.
Like, bitch, I do all this for you.
And I was like, and we're in the smart car nonetheless. And I'm like, and I can remember exactly where it was. She snapped back to me right at the World of Beer up there. We're making it right.
Yep.
Oh, Brian.
And I looked at her and I go, you know what? I don't really feel comfortable with telling you what I said.
That's why you're yelling at the cop.
Yeah.
You said
You're
5
already in a
fingers to the
bad
face.
mood.
No.
Slap!
I said, you better slow your roll because I'm not Eddie. That's her ex-husband.
Oh.
I said,
Well, I'm glad we didn't talk about this on the air.
Yeah, I don't care. She knows. I go, you better slow your roll because you're not talking to Eddie, and I will turn this car around right goddamn now, and we will not go to this ball game.
Oh.
She baby face.
Sorry, daddy.
Yeah, well, we went to the game nonetheless, and I gave her a pretzel. She must have been real good.
Half a pretzel.
Half a pretzel.
Poor thing.
Well, it's just, I mean,
Bubba runs a tight ship.
I mean, I run a tight ship.
You know it's not easy dating you. You're not.
And
denying
in
that.
full disclosure, I'm not easy to date. And I mean, and I tell her, listen, if I'm a handful, and if you don't like it, you can leave. But she loves me, and she sticks around.
There you go.
Did you ever find that jersey?
No.
Did you get a heart on your plate this morning?
No. I told her to stop with that nonsense because Anna's a trash. Anna's a trash picker. She's a nosy bitch. I said, listen, Blitz and Anna are all about being nosy. Stop. I said, even if I rip things up, Anna probably puts them back together.
Oh, yeah. I was like, that's so cute.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was when she talked back to me, I looked at her. I was like, what in the hell?
Was that the first time that's ever happened?
No, she snapped back at me a few times. Now, if it would have been a snapback that would have been that would have been, I'll take blame.
Warranted.
I will take blame, but this was not, the way she snapped back. Well, this is what she said. She said, I think you need to think about what you just said to me.
Oh.
Whoa.
And I go, what?
No, I don't.
She said, I don't think, because I said, you worked 3 hours on some stupid ass hats that you could have, you knew that and listen, the only reason we were going to the ball game, Lummy, was for me to be like, do something couples, nice, like, I don't do enough of that stuff.
And you didn't invite anyone else?
I didn't take anybody else. It was completely our day, which is really, really, Anna, I don't do any of that stuff.
No. Did you guys hold hands?
No. But I did ask her when we were walking back up, because we were on row 5. So there's, you're probably 15, 20 rows that you have to walk down. I go, do you want to walk first or do you want me to walk first? I know where the tickets are. Do you want to follow me, or would it be more respectful for me to be behind you? So I did ask her that, Anna, when we were going to our tickets. I said, would you prefer to follow me or would you prefer to lead? We're in section C. Our row number is CCC. It's the 5th row up. And she goes, no, I'll follow you. So then when we left in between innings to get food, I asked her, do you want to follow? Because I think sometimes it's kind of ungentlemanly to lead and your girl be behind.
I understand, but sometimes we just don't know where we're going.
But sometimes it makes sense because we know where we're going and we're kind of navigating the voyage for you.
I almost prefer, like, if it's me and Anna walking somewhere, especially like in a crowd, that she's in front of me.
Because you can
I can see what's going on. I can almost lead her, and also like if she's behind me, like I feel like she can't look around me.
Right.
Like I can look over her, like no problem.
But we knew where we were going, and I asked her. I said, "Would you prefer to go first, or would you like to follow me?" Mm-hmm. And she said, "I'd prefer you to go first." So I did ask her that.
If I know where I'm going, then I prefer him to be behind me. But if I don't, then just leave.
Yeah. And the gentlemanly thing to do is to be behind.
Mm-hmm.
But this wasn't. I also think the gentlemanly thing would be if you ask what they are more comfortable with.
That was very nice of you.
But like, what are you more comfortable with?
Yeah,
would you be more comfortable following me, or would you be more? Because she's literally right behind me.
As long as Erica, do you want what? Do you want to follow me, or you want me to be in front? What do you want?
No, before we had determined between which innings we were going to go up.
Okay.
So as soon as the Cardinals got done, I think Lummy in the 5th.
Yeah.
I said, as soon as the Cardinals get done batting at the 5th, we'll go up and do our food review. And she's like, okay. I go, bring your bag, and when we already had 2 waters, and we'll bring our waters, and so we're sitting there, and Anna, I didn't even put a seat between us. I let her sit right beside me too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a question about your relationship.
I'm getting a little soft. And then I said, so when we walk up, do you want me to follow you, or would you like to lead? And she goes, oh no, I'd prefer to follow. I said, okay. So just follow me. There won't be a lot of traffic because people don't usually go until after the Yankees bat. So yes, go ask the question.
Have you ever said to Mark Kirk, I'm sorry?
Yes.
Oh,
I have.
Nice.
I have.
I'm sorry you're so stupid.
I'm sorry you weren't listening to me.
I'm sorry that you. I'm sorry that you have fallen in love with me because I'm a prick. And I'm tough to deal with.
You've said that to her. Oh, that's fair.
Well, and a bunch of. I mean, I've said other things. I mean, other I'm sorrowful things.
Right.
And I've made some huge mess ups before, where I'm like, you know what, I messed up. I made a mistake. Sorry.
That's good.
Okay.
So,
hey, that's more than I thought.
But I do run. I mean,
It's a tight ship.
And I'm honest about it. Like, I'm not trying to be something that I'm not, like,
Right. No, that's for sure.
fair.
Yeah,
she knows what's up.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not trying to, be anything. I'm very transparent.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't promise her that I was going to be Johnny Love Story.
Right.
People that get involved with me know that I have my certain ways about myself. One of which if you're going to stay the night with me, we're going to put a pillow between us. I don't like.
Do you ever cuddle?
No, not much. Mm-mm.
So there's a little bit.
Just aren't there moments where you're just like, come here, I want to cuddle you?
No, there's moments where I might want your mouth on my penis.
Yeah, when he's ready to blast it.
But there's not moments that I want to hold your hand because you're making me hot.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Cuddle my penis with your mouth. All right. Can I make urine again? Lummox?
Oh, another
Please.
urine time.
Please. My bladder's full of urine. It needs to come out.
Good morning, Marcus. Mark, so long, 22 months. What's up, Nick? Of RTV. DJ Shaky. Steve. Which one are you, the spoon? I live in a tin can, 30 months. What's up? I fetch my pants. Me too. Sam, 212.
Sometimes I can get high on my own breath.
29 months. God bless you.
I try to hyperventilate myself.
Uh-oh. Brother's gonna pass out. That's a good story, yeah.
I know everybody probably thinks I'm a prick. Oh, don't everybody start feeling sorry for poor Erica. We're gonna fucking create a monster here, you motherfuckers. Jesus. She reads this shit and she's like saying, you know, she'll fucking... That's right. I'm the fucking alpha, bitch. That's why I got that. That's how I am at home, right there.
Damn,
that's me at home.
Good morning, Vegas Bubba Army.
Maybe you motherfuckers are just a little bit jealous because you can't run the ship that I run. I mean, fucking everybody cuts their own. Just like Hogan used to say, everybody cuts their own deal, brother. I mean, you know, Lummy, you're not the booker. I am.
Bubba's the booker.
You're not the booker.
I'm not the booker. Bubba's the booker. And with my wife and with Bubba. He's the booker. See, that's what we don't need, dark donkey teeth. Erica Armin.
Oh no, we're not starting an Erica's Army bull fucking shit.
And then she's gonna want a t-shirt.
Erica's Army.
No,
Erica's Army.
I gave Heather a Queen Bee t-shirt and that ruined my fucking marriage. So you gotta keep them down. You can't fucking blow a bunch of smoke up their fucking ass.
General. General of Erica's Army.
No, you want to fast track your shit right out the door, faster than Keith Lawless's office. You want to get thrown out of here faster than Keith Lawless threw you out.
Is it true you called the woman who fell over with a seizure a stupid bitch for falling over during an epileptic seizure? I'm like, I didn't say that. He goes, well, that tweet says it. I'm like, oh, shit. My bad. My bad. Sorry. I'm so sorry, Will.
It's about respect. You're right.
Put some respect on it.
Erica's Air Force.
The merch force.
You guys better stop your fucking bullshit. Because she'll be reading this bullshit and fucking start getting... Then I'll be fucking handful in my hands. And I'll be about to break up with her.
No.
And get another one.
Get another one?
I wouldn't even get another one. I'd get another 4.
What?
Yeah. If I fucking broke up with her, I'd just date 4 or 5 of them.
No, don't.
Well, why not? That's what I did before her.
There's a lot of merch. There's a lot of merch. Erica's merch.
I would just shut the merch. I would shut merch down because I can't do it myself.
Don't.
And I just blast cricks.
I blast cricks all the time.
The crick commando.
Isn't it like, aren't you tired of, isn't it nice to just have a person there and you don't have to be searching and shit?
It's also nice to fucking be alone and not have to worry about fucking bunch of bullshit.
But then you have like, you think all these cricks aren't going to give you grief? Of course they will.
No, they won't.
They're cricks that get jealous of each other.
That's why Bubba tells him to scram.
That's why I tell them, you're my Tuesday chick.
Tuesday crick, Wednesday crick.
Yeah, I take Sundays off. No, I like Sundays cricks. Does Blitz run a tight ship, Anna?
Does Blitz run a tight ship? No, I mean, I don't really act out of the pocket all that much when it comes to like.
Oh, you act out of the pocket all the time.
I don't think so. I don't run the ship. No. Blitz runs the ship.
You're not the booker. Say it.
I'm not the booker. I want to be with a guy who's a manly man and runs the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The merch mafia. Oh Jesus, we're creating.
Merch mob.
We're fucking creating a monster. You know what? I'm out of here on this one. I'm gonna give you guys a short break because you guys are fucking gonna make her fucking.
Daddy, can I have my own T-shirt? That's what it's gonna be.
Merch crick merch shirt.
Yep.
No, fuck way.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. I'll tell you where my Tampa Tarpon shirt is. She probably shipped it out accidentally to some guy in Pennsylvania. I hope she's not listening right now. Create a monster.
She's already drawing up her new shirt.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, Bubba.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hitman from Orlando. How are you?
The Hitman. How are you?
Good, sir. Thanks for having me on the show and love you guys. Hey, one quick question. Am I going to see you at the 12-hour of Sebring?
I don't know. Probably not. I'll be at the Gator Nationals this weekend, but probably not.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that. Listen, just a quick point. A couple weeks ago.
Yellow.
Interesting. You still there, sir?
Yeah, buddy. You broke up a little bit.
I'm sorry. It's a little breezy out today. I'm at work, but
yeah, it was just like Biden.
You're talking a couple weeks ago, you guys, and how sometimes memories come back when relatives die. My father raised me in Sebring, Florida, and he's the first guy to ever take me to the 12 hours in 1977. And I'm going this weekend. We're going to honor him. He passed 3 years ago. This coming up here in a week and a half. You get broke up, so I appreciate everything you guys do, Bubba. Thank you for the time.
And you know what? You'll have some great memories of your father from '77. And I can understand where the Sebring race would be something that you hold very dear to your heart. So I really do appreciate that, my friend, and enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
One of the reasons why I'm going to see my father in May, Doug Clem, is because, as I just lost my stepfather, which, by the way, yesterday was his birthday and a very, very tough day for my mom. But, I don't want anything to happen to my father. My father and I haven't had, I haven't seen my dad since my marriage, my wedding. I haven't seen my dad since 2007.
That's crazy.
So what would that be?
It's crazy to think that the last time you saw your dad, I saw your dad.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. What would that be? And that would be 2023. What's 23 minus
16?
It's 16.
Yeah, so it's been 16 years since I've physically seen my father. And I'm going to try to make that, I'm going to try to go at least see my dad once a year.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
And I really don't have anything planned with my dad other than I really want to go out in the garage, and because that's what I remember my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And do some stuff and my dad would teach, my dad's gotten really, really good on the lathe.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll make custom parts, not wood, all metal, custom things and things like that. And I know I can't learn that trade over the weekend, but I want to watch him. I want to watch my dad do it so I can be proud of him. And I want to. I'm sure in Reno, May is nice. I don't think it's still snowing in May. Might be in the mountains, but like to drive his car around a little bit. And Dad always. I mean, he'll.
Have you guys talked about what you're going to do?
No, we really haven't. We really haven't. I think we get in like on a Thursday and leave like on a Sunday, or I don't know. I mean, I think we get in on. I think we get in on a Wednesday and leave on a Saturday.
Now, are you staying at his place?
No.
Okay.
Just because, I'm sure my dad, he has plenty of room, but I just would feel more comfortable.
No, I agree. I think you're better off.
Yeah.
Not.
I'm actually staying at like a resort that has like a spa and things like that. So, maybe we'll get like a his and hers, like, massage or something. Try to do something like that,
That's nice.
Or blitz, a place
go down
that
to the Bunny Ranch.
Well, no, but a place that you could, has a bar, or we could go and maybe do a little bit of gambling. I'm not a big gambler. Like Lummy, I could literally go to a casino and just stay in the room and go to the spa and go see my dad and never have to go gamble. I don't think you could say the same thing.
No, not at all.
If I'm at a casino, I'm going to gamble, but it's not going to be much.
Yeah, but I could say, listen, you know what? I'm going to take $300, and if I win, and that's all I'm going to spend.
The average temperature for the weekend that you're going to be in Reno, the high is 80 and the low is about 48.
Absolutely perfect.
Yep.
Perfect driving the.
I mean, obviously, a cold front could come
Sure.
through, but like that's the average of that weekend that you're there.
So we're staying at a resort casino, and I'm the kind of guy that could literally walk by that casino on my way out to my rental car to go see my dad because we're going to go do something for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm the kind of guy that go there and, put $50 into a slot machine and play that for as much as. Or I'm the kind of guy that would sit down and play maybe, 4 or 5 hands of blackjack, or, put 50 on the pass line of craps. And when I'm done, I'm done.
Is the place he took you at 18 still there, or is that not in Reno?
That's not in Reno,
Oh.
and he wasn't married at the time. I mean, it's things of, plus I got Merch Creek. Hey, Merch Creek, me and my dad are going out to the whorehouse.
Can I go, Daddy? Just wanted to drive by it, see if it's still there.
Yeah, I don't know.
You going to go to the National Automobile Museum?
I don't know what we're doing. I just know we're doing. I mean, we were just hanging out.
Maybe you go to Idlewild Park.
See, Blitz, that's all stuff you'd want to do. I want to sit in this garage and bull crap and.
There's
a nice big planetarium there too.
We got a lot of. My dad and I got a lot of catching up to do. We really do, and I think a lot of it will involve, driving his cars, because I've never driven his. Now, when I was growing up, his Phaeton was never done. He never had it done. It was on blocks, and now it's done, and I want to drive it.
Done.
Have you talked about that?
Yeah.
Is he going to let you drive it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I talked to him. I said, "Hey, Dad, there's one thing I'd like to do, and I like to watch you work your lathe a little bit."
Oh, so you have talked about that then? Oh, okay.
And I said, I'd like to drive your Phaeton. I've never driven your Phaeton. I've driven your B400 a lot, but I'd like to drive your Phaeton. He goes, "Man, we'll put the top down and we'll drive around town."
Does he got a Goldwing you could drive?
No, let's not bring that up.
Why?
You think he remembers that still?
Well, first of all, no, you can't.
Didn't his Mark friend tell him about it or something?
Yeah, but listen.
Oh, that's right.
You can't mention his Goldwing because my dad doesn't have a motorcycle anymore because he got into a really, really, really bad crash.
Oh, really?
Like about 25 years ago.
I didn't know that.
When he first moved to Reno and it almost died.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought it was just you taking it out.
No. He almost died.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I got heat he was literally in intensive care. And it was when him and I weren't really doing that well, and I didn't go out to see him.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh.
And so that's kind of a. No, we're not bringing up Goldwings.
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
No.
Oh, I didn't know. I just thought it was because you like to drive it.
No. No, we're not talking about when I drove his Goldwing, and we're not talking about Goldwings because it might give him a PTSD flashback of when he almost died, and it's just, I'm going to have to sit the Merch Creek down and tell her topics to stay away from because, she loves to talk.
What?
Well, the Merch Creek loves to talk.
She does it.
I almost feel like skipping the...
We have to do it, Bubba.
We can do a short one. If nothing else, we'll do one.
It'll be fun.
10 after. short one, okay?
Perfect.
Facebook, YouTube, the app, tune in, Bubba Army Radio. We'll start it at 10:10 so we can get out of here. Because today is our Friday. Tomorrow you'll get a best of.
Can we do 10:13?
10 what?
10:13?
Sure. We'll do 10:13, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
operations manager and co-host Blitz K,
Co-host and show historian Lummox.
Co-host Anna Hummel.
Co-host Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire of Council. Co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.